Tonight, together again, the coalition reunites, vowing things will be different this time. The state government's threat to seize and crush overpowered e-bikes. More mould at Newcastle's embattled Calvary Mater Hospital as a class action gains momentum among staff and patients. Winter Olympics heartbreak for Aussie Valentino Gazzelli in the Big Air event. A bombshell move in the NRL as Payne Haas stuns the Broncos to sign with South Sydney. Plus our exclusive catch-up with Kalen Ponga, how the night skipper plans to turn his side from wooden spooners to premiership contenders.
This is NBN News with Jane Goldsmith.
Good evening. The coalition is back. The Liberals and Nationals reuniting after a bitter 17-day split. Susan Lee and David Littleproud insist grueling negotiations made the alliance stronger, but the truce comes with a catch.
Walking back in after walking back out, the Liberals and Nationals back together again.
The coalition is back together and looking to the future, not the past.
Reuniting with a vow to lock in cabinet solidarity but lock out most Nationals from their old roles until March 1.
It's not the way we wanted to do it, but I think it shows the fact that we can say to one another we'll work through it.
I think these endless cycles of bust-ups and patch-ups are fooling nobody.
A joint party room meeting will now be held on Tuesday. It's the first since National senators, including 3 frontbench members, crossed the floor to vote against the Liberal position on hate speech laws.
The reality is that Susan and I were talking through this ourselves and kept the dialogue going.
It's a long way from this.
Our party room has made very clear we cannot be part of a shadow ministry under Susan Lee.
A couple of weeks ago you said you didn't think the Nationals could sit in a shadow cabinet led by Susan Lee. What's changed?
No, we couldn't sit in her cabinet unless our 3 shadow ministers were reinstated. It's as simple as that.
Well, does anybody believe that this is real?
Reunifying provides the coalition with their only possible chance of toppling the government at the next election or staving off one nation.
It's a 3-ring circus of petty, personal and internal rivalries
heading in the same direction for now. Charles Croucher, NBN News. The 2 biggest things going for the coalition tonight is 1, they are back together, and 2, it's a long way until the next federal election. Today's announcement brings a public end to the feud, but privately many MPs return to Canberra furious. They've spent 3 weeks focusing on each other every day and not the troubles of everyday Australians. Trust with each other will be hard to win back. Trust with voters may prove even harder.
Charles Croucher reporting there. The Premier has given police special powers as they prepare for the arrival of Israel's president. But as we go to air, those powers are being challenged in the Supreme Court. Isaac Herzog is coming to meet with the families of the Bondi terror attack victims. His visit shutting down streets across Sydney.
A ring of steel going up in the CBD, mesh fences and road closures around the City Hotel where the Israeli president will be staying from tomorrow. Across most of the city and much of the eastern suburbs, including Bondi, police will be able to use additional powers to close streets and order people to move on. The first time such powers have been used for a foreign dignitary. The president's visit turning the city into a no-go zone.
Our overall message to commuters and to people who work in the city is if you can stay away tomorrow afternoon, it is best to do so.
President Isaac Herzog arrives tomorrow morning and will later join members of the Jewish community to remember those killed in the Bondi attack. At 5:30 tomorrow afternoon, the Palestinian Action Group are planning a large protest starting at Town Hall and marching to Parliament House. That would be in breach of the extended police powers.
I do have concerns about the size of Town Hall, the possibility of overflow into public areas, which could lead to conflict between police and protesters.
Police want protesters to move south, starting at Hyde Park and moving to Belmore Park. But the Palestinian Action Group says it isn't budging from Town Hall.
This is a man who has incited genocide in Gaza. This is a man who represents all of the atrocities that Israel has carried out in Gaza for the past 2.5 years. He should not be welcome. If he does step foot here, he should be arrested and investigated for those crimes.
But late today, here at the Supreme Court, the law is here for the Palestinian Action Group launched last-minute legal action against those extra police powers granted by the Min's government.
The powers that these laws give police are really extraordinary.
It's expected more than 5,000 protesters could attend the town hall rally. Mark Burrows, NBN News.
Overpowered e-bikes will be in the crosshairs of police, with new laws allowing them to be seized and crushed. The New South Wales government is importing new testing equipment, but the opposition warns it's too little, too late.
They're more like motorbikes than electric bicycles, no need to pedal and capable of speeds exceeding 60 kilometres an hour. Now they face a crushing blow.
We're drawing a line. If you're riding one of these illegal souped-up motorbikes, your bike is at risk of being seized and crushed.
That would reduce illegal bikes to mangled metal and rubber and move the NRMA backs to eliminate the dangerous riding of these high-powered bikes.
It is an expensive proposition to have your bike confiscated and crushed, but paying for a funeral is more expensive.
He's urging parents to take more responsibility.
These are not toys, and so let's just stop it.
The government will be importing these mobile dyno machines to allow police to test power in real time to see whether or not the bike is legal. But initially, there will only be 3 for the whole state. Even so, the government hopes there'll be a deterrent effect.
We hope to crush one bike and educate 1,000, but we'll keep going until people get the message.
The difficulty for police right now is that confiscating an e-bike is as hard as seizing a car, a complex and lengthy process that will be simplified under this new legislation, but it's still being drafted and won't pass Parliament much before August. The opposition also backs the reforms, but given the explosion in high-powered e-bike use in recent years, says it's too little, too late.
Behaviour is at the core of this and it needs to be addressed. The opposition has put forward a proposal for licensing and identification. Identification means that this behaviour is addressed quickly and police could be knocking on doors tomorrow.
I see e-bikes jumping from the road up onto footpaths, then back onto the road, with no concern at all about pedestrians.
Health professionals have raised concerns about the increase in serious e-bike injuries, more like those seen in high-impact motor vehicle and motorcycle accidents. The Minister promises there will be more changes to come. Eddie Meyer, NBN News.
And Newcastle MP Tim Crackenthorpe says he backs the new powers and believes they will help improve e-bike safety. The announcement comes after a 13-year-old boy was hit by a sedan while riding his e-bike in Stockton last night.
Unfortunately, these accidents are happening all the time, and last night in Stockton we had another one, serious crush injuries to the legs. It's a real issue.
The teenager remains in John Hunter Hospital in a serious but stable condition. To other news now, and Hunter New England Health has confirmed more mould has been discovered at Newcastle's Calvary Mater Hospital, this time in radiation oncology. It comes just days after the government announced a parliamentary inquiry into the matter.
After years of outrage, on Wednesday came the moment staff and patients' families had been waiting for. The Coalition and Greens successfully pushing for a parliamentary inquiry into ongoing mould issues at the Calvary Mater.
It has taken far, far too long for these issues to be resolved at the expense of patient safety and patient care.
What do you hope will reveal? Well, the truth. The truth of how long this has been going on, how many people have actually died because of this.
And the mould is still spreading. Hunter New England Health confirming more has been found in radiation oncology. Deep cleaning is now complete and additional HEPA filters deployed. Following a site visit last Friday, SafeWorks says it issued 3 improvement notices related to electrical risk and workplace health and safety incident reporting.
There's people in there now. And people worry.
The parliamentary inquiry into management, maintenance and operational issues will investigate the hospital's infrastructure, impacts on patient safety, workplace safety, the accountability of management and the effectiveness of the public-private partnership. The public can make submissions from next week. Some will then be invited to address the committee at a Newcastle hearing. Lawyer Mark Davis welcoming the news as his firm prepares a class action.
We're going to get the priority first, and the court can pick up anything that's not covered.
The lawsuit designed to hold the state government and maintenance contractor Novacare to account.
These are people that are coming to the hospital for something else. They're contracting pneumonia, and it moves with such rapidity that in many cases, in fact in most cases, they're dead in a couple of days.
But Hunter New England Health argues it reviewed records back to 2019 and mold wasn't identified as the cause of death for any patient. Ryan Park assuring improvements to the HVAC system are being made.
Ward 5C, 5D, so the haematology ward, we are having an independent expert come back to us Thursday of this week with some advice as to what is needed there to fix it.
Lisa Otama, NBN News.
Thousands of Lake Macquarie locals attended a community rally at Wonji today, throwing their support behind Mayuna colliery workers. The group is calling for a fair, long-term coal supply agreement to be secured for the Araring power plant to help protect local jobs.
Mayuna supplied Araring for the last 40 years. 53 million tonnes of coal. That relationship has helped keep the lights on in New South Wales.
Origin Energy has tabled 2 deals over the last week, including a 3-year agreement. However, both have been rejected by Centennial Coal. A Charlestown athlete has been left heartbroken after his custom wheelchair was stolen from his apartment. Ashley Tressida says the incident has cost him not just money, but competitions, and is asking for the public's help to find those responsible.
Out on the court is where wheelchair rugby player Ashley Tressida feels most at home. After becoming quadriplegic 7 years ago, he found purpose and passion in the sport.
The tournaments where everyone gets together all over the country, it's just something to really look forward to.
However, Ash was recently left devastated when his travel wheelchair was stolen.
I woke up in the morning to discover that the storage cage to our apartment had been broken into.
Leaving the national level athlete with no choice but to forfeit upcoming events.
Yeah, unfortunately there's a tournament at the end of this month that I'm going to have to miss out on now, and pretty devastating.
The $6,000 custom wheelchair, not the only item taken.
Along with that, I had about another $6,000-7,000 of photography equipment and drones that I use for my work.
Ash replaced the lock with a new one, but that's already been tampered with too.
I've only just discovered that it's now removed, so sometime between now and yesterday, someone's had another go.
Building management told NBN News security in apartment buildings is a shared responsibility, adding owners and occupants should remain vigilant. Police have released images of the suspect and are calling on anyone with information to come forward.
At the end of the day, I just want myself back.
Angie Davies, NBN News.
150 Upper Hunter residents have shared their concerns over the proposed Bluestone Hard Rock Quarry project. A community meeting at the Eldersley Hall raised questions around potential impacts, including on the environment, traffic, congestion, plus house and land values.
We've got to see where it gets through the process of the state government first, and just the traffic management plan that they're putting forward to go as a single lane bridge, that's unacceptable.
Deemed a state significant development, the quarry would extract, process and transport hard rock products for 30 years. Well, we had grey skies for the Hunter today as we take a quick look at the temperatures. 23 in Newcastle today, 25 at Lake Macquarie and Gosford. In the Upper Hunter, 27 at Scone, 24 at Murrurundi and 24 the top today at Merriwa. You're watching NBN News. Still ahead. Shock signing Broncos superstar Payne Haas to jump ship. We're live with the details. A medical nightmare at a Sydney festival. One person dead and another critical in a potential mass drug overdose. The search for a dog after a vicious attack leaves a man with severe leg injuries in Newcastle.
We've helped Australians for 100 years. Now we're hoping to protect and prepare them for the next 100.
Domain Home Super Saver sale is now on. Get a $35,000 cash discount plus a free driveway plus a free energy saver pack. That's over $60,000 in extra savings when you build with Domain Homes. Visit domainhomes.com.au now.
Celebrate summer's perfect pairing. With our great values, still battery second source kit, $279, save $50. Popular petrol grass trimmer, now $249, save $30. Best-selling petrol blower, $349, save $30 again. And our new 3 Series battery mower powerhouse, $549, save $50. Plus much more in store. Perfect pairings made to last. Still for life.
I'm sipping on sunshine. Everybody's so fine. We're gonna have a good time. We're sipping on sunshine. We're sipping on sunshine. We're sipping on sunshine.
Moving home? Unlock up to $200 in bill credits when you move and stay with AGL. That's $100 for electricity and another $100 when you add internet. All booked online in just minutes. Move with AGL and join the change.
Schweppes, a sip for your senses.
Struggling to get comfortable? Right now at Bedshed, get up to 60% off all Sealy mattresses. Then style it your way with Bedshed's customizable collection. Now 20% off. Bedshed, no one's better in the bedroom.
Go Harvey Norman for bonus gift cards on selected Westinghouse cooking appliances. The only thing more Australian than a meat pie? The Aussie built oven that goes in. Westinghouse is happy to help with ovens built in Australia for Australians. Create your dream kitchen now with the latest Westinghouse appliances and get bonus Harvey Norman gift cards on selected Westinghouse ovens, cooktops, range hoods and freestanding cookers. Best prices at Harvey Norman. Proudly supporting Australian para-athletes.
A bombshell in the NRL tonight with one of the game's best players, Payne Haas, making a shock switch to South Sydney. Zach Bailey joins us live from Rabbitohs HQ. Good evening to you, Zach. No one saw this coming.
They didn't, Jane. Payne's move from Brisbane to South is one of the biggest signing coups for a Sydney club in decades. The current Broncos and Blues prop will join the Rabbitohs on a 3-year deal until the end of 2029. Now, only a couple of months ago, the Premiership winner was weighing up a switch to R360 before the Rebel Rugby competition was postponed. Only a couple of days ago, it was being reported that Haas will remain with Michael Maguire's Broncos. Instead, he'll reunite with his former mentor Wayne Bennett in Sydney. The Supercoach playing a key role in recruiting one of the game's best forwards to the club. Now, his contract has been it's been lodged with the NRL today, and is now subject to a 10-day cooling off period. Jane, unless he decides to backflip, Payne Haas will be a Rabbitoh in 2027.
Okay, Zach Bailey there from Maroubra, thank you. There's been a possible mass drug overdose during a music festival in Sydney overnight. One man has lost his life. Another person is in a critical condition, while 5 others were hospitalised following the Dream State rave. The 40-year-old man who died is believed to have gone into a cardiac arrest after taking illicit substances. Well, the US has set a June deadline for Ukraine and Russia to end the war. That's according to Volodymyr Zelensky, who says a new round of peace talks are being proposed to take place in Florida next week.
This was a power plant in Ukraine's capital. The infrastructure all but wiped out. Russia relentless as it continues its brutal attacks. More than 400 drones and 40 missiles used overnight, just days after trilateral peace talks in the Middle East. President Zelensky saying, "This is a level of attack that no terrorist in the world has ever dared." Ukrainians left in the cold but still defiant. We can't compromise. We must stand our ground, this woman says. Volodymyr Zelensky revealing the United States has set a new deadline, wanting the war to end by June.
We had very, very good talks today, having to do with Russia, Ukraine, that something could be happening.
President Zelensky saying difficult issues remained difficult, while the Kremlin believes the talks were constructive and complex work. The United States now inviting Russia and Ukraine negotiators to the US next week to continue talks, but there's been no confirmation from the Kremlin. In London, Mimi Becker, NBN News.
The White House is preparing to host the first meeting for President Trump's Board of Peace. The group was initially pitched as a body to oversee the reconstruction of the Gaza Strip. The meeting, which Benjamin Netanyahu was expected to attend, is set to take place later this month. Japan has gone to the polls in a snap election. Incumbent Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi is seeking the public's mandate after winning her party's leadership race late last year. Takaichi is expected to be handed a resounding win. Newcastle Council Rangers are searching for a dog which attacked a man on Friday morning. The Cooks Hill local was walking his own dog on Derby Street when it's understood a Staffordshire Bull Mastiff set upon the pair. The incident left the man with severe wounds. Doctors are now working to save his lower left leg.
It could have happened to anyone, and that's the scary part for me. It just could have been a child, could have been an elderly person. It honestly could have been me walking my dogs.
The man remains in John Hunter Hospital in a stable condition. Anyone who witnessed the attack or has seen the dog is urged to contact council. Australian snowboarder Valentino Gazzelli has missed out on a medal in the big air event at the Winter Olympics. On his last jump, a podium spot was in sight, but it wasn't to be for the 20-year-old.
He won the heart of a nation, and for his mother and sister, an emotional one. For Valentino, an unexpected bonus at his second.
I couldn't have wanted it more. I couldn't have tried harder. And I wasn't even supposed to be there, so.
But lonely help.
Absolutely. Well, I think being in this bib already and having that feeling of dropping into the Olympics, when I go and do it in the half-pipe, it shouldn't be anything new, you know.
On the moguls, Jakara Anthony and Matt Graham were flying the flag for Australia a day after their flag duties at the opening ceremony. Their first training hit out on the Lavinia course, Jakara plotting with her coach a run to win gold. Every sport at the Winter Olympics has that wow factor, but the moguls competition may be hard to beat. A frenetic 30 seconds of bumps and jumps. Australia has a 7-strong team, including 4 Olympic debutants.
It's super fun. It honestly doesn't get much better than this.
We all worked super hard to get here, so hopefully everyone in Australia can back us and cheer us on.
Scotty James was a rookie himself in 2010, aged 15. Now he's at his 5th Olympics and full stop the half pipe.
Took a photo exactly if the pipe was dead straight or not. And it is, so that's a good start.
At 31, Scotty is riding high with a clean sweep of wins in the build-up to these games.
Yeah, I had an awesome lead into this, which has been the dream, I think, as an athlete.
His mission, a gold medal to go with a silver and a bronze. The perfect ending. Maybe not.
This is not my last go around either, so yeah, I think it's possible to win, and I think it's possible to win again.
And with nerves like this, who's to argue? In Lavinia, Danny Ryan, NBN News.
And one of our strongest gold medal hopes is in a race against time to be fit to compete. Christina Hearn joins us live now from Milan. Chris, you have an update on freestyle skier Laura Peel.
Jane, I do. It was about a week ago when Laura Peel badly injured her knee in a training accident in Switzerland, but now she has made the decision to travel to Lavinia where competition is taking place to give herself every chance to compete. She's in the hands of the Aussie medical staff. I mean, they are working around the clock to try and get her fit in time. but she will need that final medical clearance before she is allowed to jump. She's got a little bit of time up her sleeve, not a lot. Competition begins in 6 days' time. Laura Peel, she was in red-hot form leading into these winter games. She won the World Cup in Canada a month ago, and she was tipped to win gold here in Italy before this training accident.
Okay, Australia is right behind her. Chris, thank you. Lauren Kemp joins us now for a quick look at the weather, and Lauren, we're in for a big week of rain.
We are, Jane. Every Australian state and territory will see varying amounts of it this week as heat and humidity builds right across the country. Now, of course, Australia's west coast is truly copping it right now. Tropical cyclone Mitchell bringing gale force winds and torrential rain there, but those falls won't stay isolated to WA this week thanks to a large area of high pressure over central parts of the country, and some of this is set to funnel towards us by the end of the week, mainly around the mid-north coast and northern rivers regions. Ahead of that, we can expect light showers and storms to flare up around the Hunter and the northwest early tomorrow morning, topping out at 28 degrees in Scone and high 20s elsewhere. And Jane will have some more details a little later.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Lauren. Coming up next, an up-close look at the shark tagging program designed to keep us safe in the water. Is your bank paying up? Money editor Effie Zahos looks at which banks are offering the best deals on savings accounts post-rate hike. Plus, we meet the master and the apprentice. Next, the clever canine handing over his leash to the next generation.
From my first go, I was hooked. I saw my sister on a board and thought, I want to go too. Snowboarding has taken me further than I've ever imagined. And now my story might be the start of someone else's. Bupa, the official healthcare partner of the Australian Paralympic team.
At Bunnings, we do a lot to keep our costs low by buying in bulk, so you get the lowest prices.
Scott's Osmoco 25 litre premium potting mix, only $9.81. Dulux 4 litre fitted white lotion exterior paint, $105.50. Pedigree 20 kilo dry dog food, just $59.95. Where you've won a competitor's lower price on the same in-stock item, we'll beat it by 10%.
We buy bulk, so you save more. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
At Anderson's, transform your home with fresh design ideas, fresh colours and fresh thinking. We're the experts in floors, windows and more. Anderson's, the home of fresh ideas.
If you carry the whole side on your back and let no fish off the hook, you need a ute that can keep up. New Mazda BT50. Give it heaps.
Doing it the hard way? Try Light and Easy. Get 5 days of delicious breakfast, lunches and dinners for just $99 with your first delivery. And if you don't love it, get your money back. This way, the Light and Easy way. The future you're building is possible with Domain Homes.
Tank World's up to 50% off clearance now has been extended. Save up to 50% off our entire range of Sunlight tanks and Tank World pumps from 330 to 5,000 litres. All stock must go last 10 February 16th. See Tank World 1-800-68-69-70.
Spotlights is a massive 20 to 50% off store-wide, including Manchester and Denton, fabric sewing, craft yarn, party curtains and blinds. Yes, that's 20 to 50% off store-wide. So must end Tuesday. It's Spotlight, it's what you make it. Christmas and July winter prices, exclusive, see what for details.
In the wake of a summer of shark attacks, there are new questions over how to protect New South Wales beaches. The state is increasingly looking to technology as the answer, and NBN News has taken a fresh look at the shark tagging program tasked with keeping swimmers safe. Setting off at first light from Sans Souci with Marcel Green, the man at the helm of the state's shark mitigation program. Smart drumline is a key line of defence against shark attacks. Here, baited and launched off Cronulla.
So we set smart drum lines in the morning, we don't bury, and we pull them in the afternoon.
The routine repeated with 305 drum lines every day at 19 locations along the state's coast. A single mullet on a hook is attached to a buoy and a GPS tracker.
So they're definitely doing their job, catching the animals, intercepting them before they get to us.
Right now we're 500 metres offshore. Below is 13 metres of water. The idea is the mullet is attractive enough to hook a shark in deeper waters without attracting others to the area. The trouble is the bait also appeals to other animals. Here a squid tries to get an easy feed off Warringwood Beach. Seals have been caught in the past.
And usually that sets off what we call a false alarm, but we do go out, attend to the line and rebait it.
Just trying to get that hook, mate. Just trying to be patient.
The department now investigating whether a skirted lure could ensure only sharks are snagged. Once caught, the shark is tagged, then released, tending to stay away from that beach for months. When it returns, detected by listening stations.
And every time it swims within 500 metres of this station, you get an alert on your Shark Smart app.
The daytime tagging program has picked up more than 2,000 great whites and tigers, but just 250 bull sharks, responsible for this summer's deadly attacks.
We don't have population estimates yet for tigers and bull sharks.
Bulls soon to be tagged at night on the harbour, where new shark listening stations will also be installed.
So bull and tiger sharks a bit of a blind spot right now?
Not so much as a blind spot. We're supposed to be surfing and swimming during the day, and if those animals are more active at night, then in theory they're not so much of a problem.
Until a perfect storm of conditions this summer made them a big problem. Annalise Bolts, NBN News. Shooting flares and throwing fireworks, around 100 protesters have clashed with police in the Olympic host city of Milan. Riot squad officers were called in with water cannon used to disperse the group. Earlier, more than 5,000 people had taken to the city's streets in a protest over housing costs. In a new video to social media, US television host Savannah Guthrie says her family will pay for the return of their mother. Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her Arizona home 7 days ago, with 2 separate ransom notes sent to media outlets.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us.
One of the ransom notes demanded millions of dollars in Bitcoin for the 84-year-old's release. An amusement park ride has crashed in India, leaving a police officer dead and several other people injured. The giant swing tilting and collapsing mid-ride, where the officer killed while trying to help the passengers. Local authorities say action will be taken against the ride operator. The RBA's rate hike has put bank savings rates back in the spotlight, exposing a familiar problem. For more, here's Money Editor Effie Zahos.
Banks are playing funny buggers again. They've been quick off the mark to hike home loan rates, with almost 50 lenders moving since Tuesday's RBA decision. But saving rates? So they move fast on mortgages and play smoke and mirrors on saving accounts. Base rates barely move, but headline rates, which you only earn if you meet conditions, like increasing your balance or no withdrawals, go up. Take ING's popular savings account. The headline rate goes up 0.25% to 5% next Tuesday. But the base rate, if you don't meet the conditions, still 0.01%. Much the same for Westpac. Headline rate up, but the base rate stays the same. If you keep missing out on headline rates because of conditions, it's time to switch. There are accounts that offer high ongoing rates without conditions. AMP now sitting in top spot after increasing its Go Saving account by 0.35% effective tomorrow. These accounts may not be the highest in the market, but when it comes to savings, the rate that matters is the one you actually get.
One of the state's humble environmental heroes has quietly retired after a lifetime of service in Kosciuszko National Park. A clever canine called Connor has spent a decade sniffing out invasive weeds, and now there's a new pup ready to take the lead.
Happy hunting in our high country.
Just watching him dive into these hawkweed and just be so excited to be finding these patches for us.
Meet Connor, the master of the mountains, and his apprentice, Taggy.
She showed particular interest in balls and retrieval and just generally having that right attitude.
They're both English Springer Spaniels, and Connor is teaching Taggy the tricks of the trade, sniffing out invasive hawkweed that can overrun native plants and destroy the homes of threatened species like the corroboree frog.
If we were to let hawkweed go and it did escape current efforts, it would be catastrophic.
That is what stops us from losing some of those really threatened and special species which you have in the past.
And as Taggy picks up the brunt of the work this season is Connor's last. He's now in search of greener pastures.
I'd be hoping for a nice quiet retirement, lying around, a bit of playing with the ball and some really nice food.
He has eyed off the couch. I think that will be his more permanent home going forward.
Liz Daniels, NBN News.
And I think he deserves it. It's time to sport now with Adam Murray. The Knights have had their first hit out of the season, Adam.
Good evening, Jane. Justin Holbrook still has to find a way to put together one of the NRL's most complicated puzzles. All the highlights and Karen Congress. Also ahead, how the Rabbitohs were able to lure Hunter's Payne Haas out of Brisbane, and a serious scare for India, T20 World Cup.
Spotlights has a massive 20 to 50% off store-wide, including Manchester Home Decor, fabric sewing, craft yarn, party curtains and blinds. Yes, that's 20 to 50% off store-wide. So must end Tuesday. It's Spotlight, it's what you make it. Discounts apply to regular product prices. Excludes clearance. See website for details.
Go Harvey Norman. Trade in and save on selected LG TVs. Save up to $300 on your new LG TV when you trade in your old TV, working or not. Now's the time to upgrade to the latest in TV technology from LG. Now at Harvey Norman.
Sarge, it's chilling what she's paying for her insurance.
Yeah, she could give 30% off the budget direct if she simply combined her home and contents and bought it online.
You know what they say? Always quote with Budget Direct first.
Insurance sold with Budget Direct.
You now need to be 16 or over to have an account on social media. It's part of a new law to keep under 16s safer online. For more details, go to esafety.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Fall in love with Princess Cruises. Receive up to $500 onboard spending money and free stateroom location upgrade.
I can get used to this.
These are the days. Princess Cruises. Call your travel agent or visit princess.com.
Trust me. Your streaming paradise. Paramount Plus.
Running empty's a bit of a pain. At Origin, we're helping you keep your LPG topped up with simple orders through our app. That's all kinds of useful.
Tony and Eleanor talked to IB Bank about their home loan. They got a great low rate, saved on fees, and got $3,000 cash back. So Tony's gonna spend big and order an entree. IB Bank, right by you.
Introducing Damo, the little lightweight go-anywhere kettle barbecue that can cook just about anything. Durable and easy to clean, perfect for grilling, roasting, steaming or baking. For camping, caravanning or even at home, join the Damo revolution. Check out the showroom today.
Your first home shouldn't feel like a compromise. It should feel like the start of your legacy. The Allerton brings together 4 spacious bedrooms, 3 beautiful living spaces, and every premium inclusion exactly as you'll receive it. No smoke and mirrors, just the real home, built the right way. Because quality shouldn't be an upgrade. It should come standard. From first home to forever home, the journey starts at Hunter Homes.
Kalyn Ponga is determined to be remembered as a winner as he aims to lead Newcastle from wooden spooners to premiership contenders. The Knights captain confessing he used to take his talent for granted until serious injuries halted his career, changing his perspective. Injuries are part of the game. Kalyn Ponga has had his fair share.
Just off the back of 2 years of injuries, I'm pretty hungry to have a good year and I've had enough time on the sideline.
Despite a disrupted pre-season, the Knights captain confirmed he will lead the side out in Las Vegas later this month. Heading into his 9th season, 5th as skipper, the 27-year-old wants something to be remembered for in Newcastle.
I want to win, I want to be known as a winner. I want to perform consistently the way I know I can.
Justin Holbrook's arrival breathing new life into the club.
I've seen a few versions of this club. I've been here for 9 years. But I think in terms of where the club's at, it's probably the best it's been.
Ponga and a host of other big names sat in the stands for the Knights' first hit out of the year last night. Sandon Smith and Fletcher Sharp started in the halves. Both showed their class against the Dragons.
Smith, floater, cuts out to delightful pass. That's a statement pass. And this time Schiller gets the try.
Stuck to a simple game plan this week. We knew it wasn't going to be flying freely. And we stuck to the basics thing before we started well.
Holbrook, though, no closer to deciding who will partner Dylan Brown in round 1.
Just enjoying all the combos that we have at the moment. There's a lot of great spine players. We got Sharpie there, we got Sando. KP might even be in the 6 maybe? Nah, we don't know. We'll see. But we're having a lot of fun trying new things at training, and we can't wait for that tonight. A little bit of fullback, but I'm still trying to tinker things around a little bit, see where I fit best, wherever Justin thinks it the most benefits to the team. That's where I'm happy to play.
Knights fans will get a better indication of the coach's thoughts next weekend, with Holbrook set to name his best possible side, barring Ponga, for Newcastle's final pre-season trial against the Bulldogs. Returning to the big signing news that shocked the NRL world. Broncos prop Payne Haas will leave Brisbane at the end of the season to join the Rabbitohs in a 3-year deal. The Bunnies able to afford the star from the Hunter only after Keon Kolomatangi signed his monster 5-year contract with the Dragons starting next year. Australia's women's rugby 7 side has set up a showdown with New Zealand in the final in Perth after thrashing the USA 26-5 in the semi-finals. It's a chance for the Aussies to get some revenge over their arch-rivals who won the title in Singapore last week. The Aussie men lost to South Africa 28-12 in the semis and will now face New Zealand later tonight in the 3rd place playoff. If red hot favourites India do go to win the T20 World Cup, they have captain Surya Kumar Yadav to thank, saving them from a serious scare against the USA. The defending champions slumped to 6 for 77 and were in real trouble until Yadav's unbeaten 84 saved their innings, going on to win by 29 runs. Australian golfer Elvis Smiley turned heads when he decided to defect to Live Golf, but he's made an immediate impact, winning his debut event in Saudi Arabia by 1 shot. The 23-year-old shooting a bogey-free 8-under final round to seal the title and the team win for Ripper GC, while also pocketing almost $7 million. After the break, North Queensland's Alex Ferrazzo finding his flow at his 4th Winter Olympics, and fireworks in Brisbane as the Mariners win back-to-back games.
From my first go, I was hooked. Now, my story might be the start of someone else's. Bupa, the official healthcare partner of the Australian Paralympic team.
Toilet applications never done.
Tony, look. Up to $3 grand cash back. Let's go.
Get your things. She arrived by ship from Ireland in 1855 and set up a restaurant for gold miners. She met a man with the heart of gold. They had 8 kids and 32 grandkids. Some bankers, barbers, grocers, and later, some Anzacs. That's the story of my great-great-great Aunt Mary. And now her story is a part of mine.
There could be more to your story too. Piece it together with Ancestry.
Australians are switching off to save on energy costs when many could be switching to a better deal.
You'd be better off comparing and switching energy providers.
Dad!
Seeing the light now?
It pays to compare.
What's harder than quitting smoking? Not quitting. Every time you choose not to smoke, you improve your health. And with the right support and proven tools, sticking to your choice is that bit easier. Choose your heart.
Yeah, it's me.
Find tools and support to quit. All the right that is going to don't care.
This mini escape for your mind comes to you from Tiny Home 56 at Reflections Byron Bay. If you want a little more, you know where to find us.
Bladder leaks? Depend Real Fit is the most comfortable leak-proof underwear. Depend is underwear you can party, tease, dance, and even wipe pants on. With up to 12 hours leak-proof protection, Depend Real Fit is underwear you can depend on.
Australia's internet speeds are falling behind. We're 75th in the world. Almost fell over. But with NBN upgrades, when you take out one of Aussie Broadband's new high-speed plans, your internet could be up to 5 times faster.
Aussie Broadband, that's the actual Aussie way.
Family life is full, which is why your home should make every day feel easier. The Chelsea offers generous light-filled spaces and thoughtful design that brings calm to the chaos. Choose more of what matters. Ranked ceilings, an elevated kitchen, refined upgrades that work as hard as your family does. When life grows, your home should too. From first home to forever home, the journey starts at Hunter Homes.
This sports report brought to you by GWM's High 14 hybrid intelligent four-wheel drive with the power to drive a ski slalom uphill.
He might be from the tropics, but Alex Ferrazzo is one of the fastest men on ice. The Queenslander flying down the Cortina sliding track, field first in the launch.
Alex Ferrazzo, the 30-year-old from Townsville, ready to go.
Fearless, focused and flying. Alex Ferrazzo all speed in Cortina as he took on runs 1 and 2 in the Rouge.
Langenhahn set a cracking pace and he's 0.4 of a second away.
It's a sport Germany has dominated for decades.
Nudging 130 k's an hour now, Langenhahn.
They are one of the countrymen setting a new track record not once but twice.
Oh, stunning! Another track record from Max Langenhahn.
Alex, the only Aussie on the circuit, and doing Australia proud, banking 20th in his first run, 19th by his second, an improvement in time and energy ahead of the final 2 tomorrow.
You know, I was beating my chest and getting myself all hyped up before the second run. I felt like it worked. I slept a lot better.
At his 4th Olympic Games, Alex Ferrazzo taking a moment to take it all in. His family has been cheering from the stands for the boy from Townsville. You just stand there, proud, terrified, excited, stressed, every single emotion. Surely the men's downhill champion could resonate with that.
Look at the air! Look at the air!
Switzerland's Franjo von Ullmann claiming the game's first gold medal, knocking Italy from the top of the podium.
Difficult to describe. Feels like playing on my movie.
Over at the ski jump, a quick blow dry before blast off.
Has reigned supreme.
Norway flying a wild 101 metres into success. At the slopestyle course heading sky high didn't go so well. But this Swiss skier held on for the ride, a ski down, but a thumbs up. In Cortina, Lauren Tomasi, NBN News.
For the first time this season, the Mariners have won back-to-back games, beating the Roar 2-1. But Brisbane coach Michael Valkanis provided the fireworks after being red-carded at the end of the game, claiming unfair treatment from the referees.
Stop, sit back, stop, not talking. The answer's right there. When I ask a question. I came back here to Australia for my kids to have a really good life, and I'm thinking, what has happened here? What has happened in this country that we cannot ask a question?
The Wanderers are still on the bottom of the ladder following a 1-0 draw with Melbourne City.
It was an eventful first half in Adelaide, Newcastle chasing its 6th win in a row and top spot on the A-League ladder. Dominated proceedings. Travelling supporters held their breath after this challenge, but were soon on their feet. Clayton Taylor scoring just before the break.
Clayton Taylor, he's been quiet so far, Taylor, but now the cross, oh, it's gone all the way in.
A short time ago, the Jets leading 3-2. An own goal on a late strike has seen the Jets succumb to a third straight loss in the A-League women competition. Melbourne Victory ending its own winless run in Shepparton with a 2-1 win.
The wind at their back in the first half, the Jets were firing shots thick and fast. Only problem was the 6 on target didn't go past the keeper. Returning from the half-time break, the hosts couldn't believe their luck.
To the near post and fizzing across and into the net. A lot of Manchester immediate impact.
Newcastle would have a call go its way though, awarded a spot kick in the 73rd minute.
Can she level this game up and get Newcastle back into it? She certainly can. Puts it into that top corner.
1-1, Coach Stephen Hoyle was left on the edge of his seat, but he didn't see this coming.
What an effort! All Newcastle could do was stand and watch.
Victory holding on for a 2-1 win, the side's first in 2026.
We're just happy to get the 3 points, and we've got to move on quick. We've got to get another 3 points next week and the week after. So, yeah, let's just hope this winning keeps coming.
The Jets remain ninth on the ladder, but could drop to second last by the end of the round.
As a defender, probably biased, but it would be nice to maybe score a few more goals. The more we score up there, it takes a bit of pressure off the back line. Obviously, it'd be nice to keep a clean sheet, so I think it's probably finding the balance of how much to go forward and attack, but also not leaving ourselves too vulnerable at the back.
Newcastle's Jason Singer proved a thorn in the side of his home state, New South Wales, batting out the day for South Australia to salvage a draw in the Sheffield Shield. Needing 446 to win on the final day at the SCG, a lengthy rain delay saw the visitors enter survival mode. Singer and Mackenzie Harvey soaking up 21 valuable overs, the 26-year-old scoring just 13 off 97 balls. And Merewether and Charlestown went the distance in round 11 of Newcastle District Cricket, chasing 223 for a victory at home yesterday. Merewether young gun Harry Price got off to a strong start, but Nick Standing found the edge of his bat when he was on 24. Patrick Moore finished unbeaten on 81, but ran out of partners, the Lions losing by 16 runs. And that is our look at sport.
Thank you, Adam. Stay with us. Lauren Camp will join us next with all of your local weather details, including a 7-day outlook.
You know, we've never had anyone in this position on the experiment before.
It isn't about someone's gender. The most important thing is that when we lock eyes, there is a spark. It's Australia's biggest Sunday of Love. I don't know if I'm going to be matched with a man or a woman. I'm willing to take risks for love.
Domain Home set to save a sale is now on. Get a $35,000 cash discount plus a free driveway plus our free energy saver pack. That's over $60,000 in extra savings when you build with Domain Homes. Visit domainhomes.com.au now.
Be first in line for a thrilling time with Kingo. Play house with all new Woolworths Fix Home. And right now, get a bonus Fix pack with you by participating products from Quilton or Whiskers in a $30 shop. Shop now at Woolworths.
The perfect toast begins long before that creamy first sip. Because cafe quality taste begins with barista quality milk. How good? So good.
I'm Nat from O'Brien. These cracks all started as chips. Happens a lot. We replace thousands of windscreens, but a chair repair is faster, cheaper and greener. And with car insurance, your repair is usually free. Book today.
For 60 years, colourborn steel has been made by this country, a land that demands durability, from scorching sun to well-being programs. It can be explored through the HCF Health App, helping you achieve your health goals. No expense.
McDonald Jones' huge homemade sale is on now. Hundreds of designs, all packed with unbeatable value, and starting from just $298,000. Now that's homemade affordable. Start today and visit a display.
APT Luxury Travel, everything to a T. Enjoy a Vietnam and Cambodia tour and river cruise on a boutique luxury ship. Save up to $3,200 per couple and fly free when you book with Hello World Travel.
Won't you?
We've helped Australians for 100 years. Now we're helping protect and prepare them for the next 100.
Skies quickly turned grey throughout the Hunter, Central Coast and parts of the northwest this evening as a warm and very humid weekend along Australia's east coast sets us up for a week of storm activity and potentially heavy falls in northern New South Wales. Overnight, the country's largest totals were registered in northern Queensland and, of course, just off the Pilbara coast, where tropical cyclone Mitchell dumped more than 100 millimetres in 24 hours. But the west coast isn't the only part of the country that will cop flooding rain between now and next weekend. Tropical influence is currently filtering down and low pressure is all but locked into the upper parts of the atmosphere, especially over central Australia. Now, the interaction of these two features will produce broad troughs leading to big storms and heavy rain in the Rod Centre. Some parts of central and northern Australia could receive hundreds of millimetres this week, and by around Thursday or Friday, moderate rain should extend further east. Well, it's hard to believe, but Perth should see tomorrow's highest top temperature getting up to 34 degrees. We'll see storm activity in the Alice up to Darwin, both hitting the low 30s during the day. It's a similar story further east in Sydney, just slightly cooler though, for a top of 28 degrees. Very small temperature swings across the Hunter today, mid-20s the theme overnight before we got up to the high 20s during the day. Now, we can expect light north to nor'easterly winds tomorrow and the rain to arrive by early in the morning. Expect to wake up to it if you're in the valley or in the upper Hunter, with light showers also likely along the coast by mid-morning. We're in for a similar run of maximum temperatures from Woy Woy right through Newcastle up to Bulladila on the mid-north coast. High 20s will also be the theme further west as well, topping out at 25 degrees in Maitland and 27 degrees in Singleton and Muswellbrook. Taking a look at coastal conditions for tomorrow, strong wind warning in place with 2.5 metre seas and a 1.5 metre swell. Low tide around 1:49 in the morning with the afternoon high at 2:15. Sun to rise at 6:22 and setting at just before 8. Well, the next 7 days in Newcastle is looking like a bit of a mixed bag. We could see up to 20 millimetres of rainfall tomorrow for a top of 25 degrees. Much nicer conditions from Tuesday through to Thursday, but the rain will return to see out the end of the working week and next weekend. 28 degrees the top in Scone tomorrow, showers likely, and then easing on Tuesday for a top of 33, back up to 37 on Wednesday and light showers to close out the week. 27 in Gosford tomorrow, 20 millimetres possible, and light showers also returning there from around Thursday. And checking out the surf across some of our local beaches today, this is Nobby's in Newcastle. It was fairly flat conditions for swimmers and surfers right throughout. Thank you, Lauren, and that is the NBN News for this Sunday. Married at First Sight is up next, followed by the Winter Olympics. Thanks for your company from all the team here. Good night.
Are you ready for another millionaire hot seat question?
Budgie top is a viral disease which typically affects which of these food crops?
If you answered B, you're correct.
You could have just won $10,000 on 10's Millionaire Hot Seat.
Following deal weeknights. This is your investment property, and these are your tenants. It's easy for them to love living here. It's also easy for accidents to happen, things to be bumped or spilled. And for some in the home, it's just in their nature. So it's important you have the right level of cover, including for accidental tenant damage. Speak to Terry Shear, Australia's leading landlord insurance specialist.
Good afternoon. Two boys have been charged following a break and enter in Scone. Earlier this month, two boys allegedly smashed the front window of a store in Ibis Place with a rock and stole several knives and clothing. They allegedly fled the scene in a car stolen from Muswellbrook earlier the same day. The 12 and 13-year-old were arrested and charged late last week. A 400-megawatt battery could soon store energy generated in the Hunter Central Renewable Zone. Plans for the battery at Macaulay's Gap near Muswellbrook have been lodged to the State Planning Department, including construction, operation and eventually decommissioning. Aiming to enhance the transition to renewables, Sahara Energy says having a large storage system close to existing substations would reduce the need for extra transmission lines. Residents are able to share their thoughts on the proposal through an online forum. A new motorcycle safety advertising blitz is being rolled out to minimise deaths and serious injuries on our local roads. The campaign, launched by the state government, targets rider behaviour as a key factor in crash risk. It comes as 75 motorcyclists were killed on our roads last year, marking a 10% increase. Minister for Roads Jenny Aitchison says the campaign focuses on a multifaceted approach, ensuring that riders' education is part of the change. The blitz will run across television, radio, outdoor and digital platforms statewide for the next 5 months. And in soccer, the Jets have claimed their 6th win in a row, now sitting at the top of the A-League ladder. Newcastle won 3-2 against Adelaide United yesterday. Coach Mark Milligan praised Clayton Taylor's performance, with the winner scoring a hat-trick. The Jets next face Western Sydney Wanderers this Friday. Thank you for joining us. Those are your latest local news updates, but stay with us for more news, sport and weather later. We'll see you then.
Answer this millionaire hot seat question.
Dancing in the Dark, Melancholia, and Dogville are films by which director?
If you answered D, you're correct.
You could have just won $10,000 on 10's Millionaire Hot Seat.
Following D weeknights.
Get what you really want with a great deal on Australia's best-selling vehicle 3 years in a row.
Coming up, find out how you can get 2 of our best-selling Every Comfort pillows absolutely free, so keep watching. For the past 8 years, people all over Australia have been waking up feeling this good every single day. So if you're sick of tossing and turning, then you need the Super Sleeper Pro, a best-selling mattress temper that rolls out over your existing mattress and makes it just like new. The Super is a unique trial positioning system that cushions and controls your shoulders, hips and knees for a seamless feel of comfort and support. Plus the 3 layers of Super Soft Triple Density Memory Foam with an all-new cool core gives you the best night's sleep you've ever had. Don't suffer through sleepless nights. At Super Sleeper Pro, sleep just got better. Save a massive $70 on your Super Sleeper Pro topper today. Plus get 2 free Every Comfort pillows, a 120-night sleep guarantee, and free delivery. Call now or go online and don't miss out.
Gentle giant go big. It's getting good now, isn't it? Or go home empty-handed. There's a 50% chance you got a grand man in your case. 6:30 tonight on 10.
Where performance meets efficiency and technology meets comfort. The Geely Starray EMI Super Hybrid. For $39,990 drive away plus a great finance offer. Book your test drive today.
This is your investment property, and these are your tenants. It's easy for them to love living here. It's also easy for accidents to happen, for things to be bumped or spilled. And for some in the home, it's just in their nature. So it's important you have the right level of cover, including for accidental tenant damage. Speak to Terry Shear, Australia's leading landlord insurance specialist.
Harriet, Reaper. Tough. Strong. Comfortable. Harriet, Reaper. And here to welcome her.
Get super excited. This Saturday is Lotto's $20 million Super Draw. Wouldn't it be nice?
Hi, I'm Ed from O'Brien. See this rock? It's got really sharp edges. When it flicks off the road, it can also chip your windscreen. And if it cracks, it could cost you a new one. So don't wait. Head to o'brien.com.au, enter a few details to book your repair. Easy. We'll get you back on the road fast. And with car insurance, your chip repair is usually free.
Great, thank you.
So, book today.
Quiet town roads to bustling freeways, a silent predator strikes fear in the hearts of travelers everywhere. It moves without a sound, small, ruthless, unstoppable. But even the worst offenders meet their match.
Yeah, these bad boys will chip your windscreen, alright? But O'Brien can fix it. That's what we do.
Every story needs a hero. Every windscreen needs
I'd like you to take extra special care of Mum.
Of course.
Like my car. Tire in order.
Get $100 off your next logbook service and 12 months free roadside assistance when you book online. Get the care you deserve at My Car Tire and Auto. People first.
One of the things that really stood out to me was the no-win, no-fee. Basically, if it hadn't been no-win, no-fee, I couldn't have afforded to pay them if I hadn't won.
The dog swallowed a parrot.
Oh, they're very expensive.
You need wallet wizard. Fast and easy cash loans. Walletwizard.com.au.
Australia is loving new Millionaire Hot Seat.
$50,000, $20,000, $50,000. I love giving away money.
And tonight, it's the $100,000 question.
Oh, I've got goosebumps. Sweating.
$100,000. You could have heard a pin drop in the studio.
Play along with Hot Seat tonight on 10.
Come up in.
Love you, Dad. There's a glass and a half in everyone. It's Woolworths with a massive 20 to 50% off store-wide, including Manchester and decor, fabric, sewing, craft, yarn, party, curtains and blinds. Yes, that's 20 to 50% off store-wide. So must end Tuesday. It's Spotlight, it's what you make it. Christmas party, all the prices, excludes come, see what you for details.
Game day, mates, and smoke everywhere. Will Cam's nicotine cravings kick in? Max's nerves aren't helping. Neither are Jono's jokes. Will Cam crack? Nah, he's got Nicorette Quick Mist. It starts to relieve nicotine cravings from just 30 seconds and makes you 2.5 times more likely to quit. From Australia's #1 stop smoking brand, get Nicorette Quick Mist for a great price every day at Chemist Warehouse.
We all love making life easier for our family. And thanks
thanks to Australian seniors, now they won't have to worry about covering my funeral costs. With Seniors Funeral Insurance, there's no paperwork or medicals. I simply chose the cover amount I want my loved ones to receive, up to $15,000. There's a triple payout for accidental death and a quick cash payout once the claim's approved. With Australian seniors, life's not just good, it's booming. Get a quote today. Call 139 and visit seniors.com.au. Imagine being forced to sleep on the street. Where down there would you spend the night? What would you sleep on? Would you be warm enough? What if it rained? This is a backpack bed. It's windproof, waterproof, bug-proof, portable and warm. But it's more than shelter. It offers dignity and saves lives when needed most. Donate now to Backpack Bed for Homeless and give hope to Aussies on our street. Call 1300 OzHelp.
If you land this ball, you are standing in jump.
Survival elimination. The stinkiest trial ever. 7:30 tonight.
Australia is loving new millionaire hot seat.
$50,000, $20,000, $50,000. I love giving away money.
And tonight, it's the $100,000 question.
Oh, I've got goosebumps. Sweating. $100,000. You could have heard a pin drop in the studio.
Play along with Hot Seat tonight on 10.
Tell me about it. I've been on hold with the bank. It's been weeks.
Face it, we're stuck in the home past.
Tony, what is it like?
Only 15 minutes. I'm going to get out of here.
Get your things.
Good afternoon. Newcastle Lord Mayor Ross Kerridge is stepping down amidst his ongoing battle with cancer. He says the side effects of treatment for non-Hodgkin lymphoma continue to make it difficult to deal with all the challenges that come with being Lord Mayor. Elected in September 2024, Mr Kerridge has thanked council staff, those who share a dream for better local government and support of family and friends. Illegal e-bikes will now be seized and crushed as part of a state government crackdown. Giving police extended powers to stop the use of illegal high-powered bikes, the move is aiming to target growing antisocial behaviour and protect people on their local roads. The changes are part of a bigger reform package ensuring e-bikes are safe, legal and fit for use. Minister for Transport John Graham says community concerns have been heard loud and clear and illegal bikes will no longer be tolerated. There's concerns regional areas are missing out on crucial arts funding. A state parliamentary inquiry heard the concerns of Lake Macquarie Council, noting the changes to multi-year and annual arts funding. Calling for a fairer and equitable approach to funding allocation, Council's art manager Jackie Hensley says regional artists will continue to miss out if grants are disproportionately awarded to metro areas. A new net zero display home is putting the spotlight on cheaper, more sustainable living for families. The Minns Labor government has unveiled the Panorama Home, designed to show how households can generate their own energy and lower power bills. Delivered by Lancome and McDonald Jones Homes, the fuller electric design could save around $1,700 a year. And Hunter train lines are not running between Maitland and Talara due to vandalism. Commuters are urged to allow for extra travel time with limited replacement buses running. Thank you for joining us. Those are your latest local news updates. Stay with us for more later.
Hey Australia, listen up. We're all in this together.
No matter where we come from
Or what we believe, this land connects us.
So let's get our gloves on.
Sunday 1st of March 2026. Clean Australia Day.
Register now at cleanup.org.au.
Will's Gentle Giant got a big I'm empty-handed. There's a 50% chance you got a green in your case. 6:30 tonight on 10.
When you need new tyres, wheels, batteries or even suspension upgrades, O'Neill's Tyre and Auto Care have you covered. Along with roadworthy rego inspections, logbook servicing, all mechanical repairs. Doesn't matter what you need. If you've got wheels, you need O'Neill's.
Hello, I'm Natasha Bayersdorf in NBN News. Susan Lee insists she will lead the Liberals to the next election despite disastrous new polling. Pope Leo to visit Australia in 2 years' time. A very Aussie abroad Wars magazine names its Youth of the Year. Two of our Winter Olympians make it through to the women's Big Air finals. And the top of the table Newcastle Jets break another record by beating Adelaide. NBN News, join us tonight at 6.
The first dinner party is a monumental part of the experiment.
Take your seats.
I like your green. I don't think she looks good in green.
Dinner is tonight.
How many people are there?
First question to ask someone you barely know.
Jealousy.
Oh, we talked about 12 times.
Wow. I've never seen this.
It seems like we've got on better than you and your man was looking at me down. He's looking at me a bit too much. To see her with that massive smile on her face. Minging.
The first dinner party tonight, 7:30 on 9. Spotlights have a massive 20 to 50% off store-wide, including Manchester and Deco, fabric, sewing, craft, yarn, party curtains and blinds. Yes, that's 20 to 50% off store-wide. So must end Tuesday. Spotlight, it's what you make it. Discounts apply to all product prices. Excludes clearance. See website for details.
In a bit of a mess, Rhino Clean has 3 times multi-action power to clean, disinfect, and fresh. It's not clean unless it's Rhino Clean.
Suspense is chilling.
Looks like another cold case, Sarge.
Oh, no wonder she's frozen stiff. Check out the cost of a car and home insurance renewals.
Time to melt these rates with award-winning cover.
And the comfort of knowing that Budget Direct paid out over $1.5 billion on claims in the last 12 months.
Thanks.
Do yourself a favour, quote with Budget Direct first.
Ava didn't choose poverty, but every day it chooses her, holding her back, making her feel like she doesn't fit in, and causing her to fall behind. You can choose to support Ava's potential and stop poverty standing in her way. Sponsor a child today. Search the Smith family.
Pack your bags. For a limited time, save up to 50% in 40 weeks if you're a Qantas frequent flyer member. Not a member? Join for free with 40 weeks. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. Offer available for Qantas frequent flyer members only. 40 weeks. Serious about sleep.
So at home.
This program brought to you by Montgomery Homes. Feel at home with Montgomery Homes.
Coming up tonight, tributes and protests in Sydney as the Israeli president visits. Disastrous new polling, but Susan Lee insists she'll lead the Liberals to the next election. Newcastle Lord Mayor Ross Kerridge takes aim at some council colleagues as he steps down amid a cancer battle. Pope Leo is set to visit Australia in 2028. Heartbreak for American alpine weight Lindsay Vonn at the Winter Games. And on a roll, the Newcastle Jets' record-breaking run. That's next. Tonight, snipers, police and protesters, the Israeli president in Australia and face-to-face with survivors of the Bondi terror attack. Susan Lee under siege as the coalition cops a brutal new poll. Newcastle Lord Mayor Ross Kerridge resigns weeks after returning from cancer treatment. Two Aussies soar into the women's Big Air finals at the Winter Olympics. And Newcastle's box office Jets break yet another record.
This is NBN News with Natasha Bayersdorf.
Good evening. The Israeli president is in Australia tonight on an invitation extended in the wake of the Bondi terror attack. But not everyone has been welcoming. More than 100 police officers are stationed around Sydney as protesters rally against Isaac Herzog's visit.
No government jet for the Israeli president. Instead, he arrived on an Etihad flight, the national carrier of the United Arab Emirates. The motorcade, endless. Local police police, Israeli security and officials at his city hotel, Isaac Herzog and his wife spied taking in the harbour and spying on everything around them, police snipers. At the Bondi Pavilion, he was smothered by security, emerging from under a forest of umbrellas. With his wife Nicole, he laid a wreath to honour the 15 killed in December. And from Jerusalem, 2 stones signifying the bond between the living and those who were lost.
We were shaken to our core when we first heard about the Bondi Beach attack.
The Albanese government heavily criticised after the shooting. This president today far more diplomatic.
I welcome the positive steps already taken by the Australian government to tackle anti-Semitism.
But he slammed the pro-Palestinian demonstrations.
These demonstrations, in most cases, what you hear and see comes to undermine and delegitimize our right, my nation's right, of its mere existence.
And in the moment of the day, the president and his wife coming face to face with some survivors. One of them, Elon, who was shot 6 times and was in a coma for 10 days.
To have him talk to you, what does that mean to you?
It's special. It's nice to know that people are thinking of us, not even from our country, from Israel or over there. People are thinking about us, caring for us.
And the president met Yvonne. She dislocated her hip trying to run away with her infant son.
When the shooting started, I picked him up and turned to run with him, and I tripped over straight away.
You were sheltering him and shots were being fired?
Yeah, sheltering him the whole time.
And again, keeping watch over it, police marksmen. With much of the city declared a no-go zone for protesters, the Israeli president's hotel here has been an oasis of calm, but a Bondi one lone protester managed to make himself heard. As the president drove away, 2 boos and a shout of shame, enough for police to warn a man who was causing fear and alarm inside a major event. He was banned from attending any pro-Palestinian event for the next 3 days.
Didn't mean to upset anyone who's grieving. This is not about any hate for Jewish people.
It was a measure of just how jumpy police are about any disturbance to the visit.
Protesters are gathering at Sydney's Town Hall despite losing an 11th hour bid to wind back extraordinary police powers. State Politics reporter Liz Daniels joins us live. Liz, the court decision hasn't deterred the protesters.
No, it certainly hasn't, and they have come out in voice and in numbers. We'll give you a look at exactly how packed Town Hall Square is this evening as protesters gather here. But police are also here in numbers, and they are using those extraordinary powers that were held up in court this afternoon to be able to control the movement of these protesters. They're using barricades right around the Town Hall precinct to control the movement of people and certainly to confine this protest to Town Hall Square. I've been told by senior officers here they will not be facilitating a march to State Parliament, which is what these protesters wanted to do. Now, Tash, this group is in one voice with one message for both the Prime Minister and the Premier. They want President Isaac Herzog arrested.
Liz, thank you. Brutal new polling looks set to trigger a challenge to Susan Lee's leadership of the federal Liberals within days. With support for One Nation surging past the newly reformed coalition, Conservative forces behind Angus Taylor are now plotting a move.
After the coalition's break-up and make-up tonight, the call to wake up.
It's not simply bad news, it's an existential crisis.
Jane Hume, once dumped from shadow cabinet by Susan Lee, now dumping on the leader.
This cannot be blamed on anyone else. It has to come back to the leadership that we are facing today.
The latest news poll shows Labor increasing its primary vote to 33. One Nation is on 27. The coalition has sunk further to 18. 18. That's fewer than 1 in 5 voters putting them first.
Well, to my parliamentary colleagues, I'd say this: everybody has just lost their seats.
Something has to happen. We are in such a bad way. We are in such a bad way.
When Australians see us talking about ourselves, they mark us down.
The number of voters satisfied with Susan Lee's performance down 5 to 23. 62% are dissatisfied for a net result of negative 39.
How long do you hold on for?
Until the next election, Carl, and I want to underscore it, Carl, I'm up for the job.
Tonight, Conservative forces are circling with a challenge now imminent to install Angus Taylor as leader.
I cannot speak for every one of my colleagues, and I'd be lying to you if I said that conversations weren't occurring.
I'm very, very upset about where things are. We are all very, very sad, but things do have to change.
The poll also consolidates One Nation's rise, their result closer to Labor's than to the coalition's.
You've always got to put my stuff. I don't think any Australia really is very interested one way or the other.
Charles Croucher, NBN News.
Newcastle's Lord Mayor has announced his resignation, saying he doesn't have the energy to continue in the role after debilitating cancer treatment. Ross Kerridge today sat down with NBN News, admitting it was a tough decision, but he feels a weight has now been lifted after a challenging tenure. The portraits of Lord Mayor's past take pride of place inside City Hall. Ross Kerridge was elected in October 2024. Today, he announced his resignation. Diagnosed with non-Hodgkin lymphoma last year, he took a 3-month absence to prioritise his health and only returned last month.
The last 3 weeks has been a struggle, and unfortunately there are signs that at least some of the councillors want to continue playing the games that have bedeviled Newcastle Council for as long as I can remember.
The Independent taking aim, claiming it's been so bad in the council chamber he had considered quitting months ago.
I came out with a line that if I'm going to deal with children, I prefer to deal with my grandchildren or my grandchild.
And although there's humour, he's also reflected on a strain in his family. His 15-month-old grandson, now a priority.
I was positively entrancing, and I didn't spend enough time with my own sons when they were growing up.
Councillor Kerridge says he ran for the top job to challenge the dominance of party politics in local government and is grateful for his supporters.
I was very frustrated with the behaviours that were going on. Too much personality, too much look at me, and too much focus on big, shiny, expensive projects.
Now he hopes someone will pick up where he left off.
I would hope that out of this, the community and thus the councillors think that we should do better, that we owe the community better than what's been going on.
And Jane Goldsmith joins us live now. Jane, Ross Kerridge's resignation will trigger a by-election. How will it work?
It certainly will, Tash. Newcastle Council says that a by-election for the Lord Mayor's position is likely to occur in mid-April. Now, the Electoral Commission has been contacted and a date will be finalised over the coming week. Council also today said, we wish Dr Kerridge and his family all the best and hope for ongoing improvements to his health and well-being. While Labor councillor Declan Clawson added, I learnt of Lord Mayor Kerridge's decision to resign through media reporting today. While Ross and I disagreed on some policy matters, I have always respected his genuine love of our city. Tash, Deputy Lord Mayor Charlotte McCabe will assume the responsibilities of Lord Mayor until ratepayers go to the polls.
Okay, Jane, thank you. 24 people have been charged during a police crackdown on the public transport network. In Newcastle, a 23-year-old man was allegedly found with a foldable box cutter outside Market Town Shopping Centre on Friday. It was part of a 3-day operation across the Sydney to Newcastle rail line, with officers targeting alleged antisocial behaviour. All up, 961 people were scanned for knives, with 2 seized and 17 drug detections were made. Residents affected by a major landslip in the Newcastle suburb of Newlambton are still waiting on a geotechnical report. The City Council says the study remains on track to be peer-reviewed by the state's Public Works and Transport departments. Council anticipates it will receive the report later this month. 16 homes were evacuated after the landslip last May. More than 40 people are still displaced. 3 teenagers have been charged following a police chase on the Central Coast this morning. The group allegedly broke into a home at McMaster's Beach around 2:40 a.m. A pursuit continued through several suburbs before the vehicle, believed to be stolen, crashed into a bollard on Astley Street in Gorokan. Police arrested a 15-year-old male and 2 girls aged 14 nearby. All 3 were taken to Wyong Police Station. A knife, keys and a garage remote were also allegedly seized from the vehicle. A male driver has been hospitalised following a 2-car crash on the New England Highway near Mount View Road at Moonby just after 3 this afternoon. A male driver was treated for serious head injuries and taken to Tamworth Base Hospital in a critical condition. 2 others were treated on scene for non-life-threatening injuries. Police are investigating. Police are investigating a copper theft along the rail corridor near Talara train station. It's understood a ground cable was cut, with officers called to the area around 12:30 this morning. Limited buses continue to replace Hunter Line trains between Maitland and Talara, with repairs not expected to be complete until tomorrow afternoon. New data shows the majority of domestic violence victims in New South Wales are unable to be assigned a caseworker. Support organisations are now calling for more funding to ensure locals get the help they need.
It's a harrowing statistic. Last year, New South Wales once again recorded the highest number of domestic violence-related deaths in the country, with 53 people losing their lives.
Domestic and family violence doesn't have an end date, and we know that victim survivors are in great need right now.
And in the last financial year, Sora Community Services had over 2,000 domestic violence referrals from police in the northwest.
In cases we have exceeded our end funding targets, by up to, in over 100% what we're targeted for.
Domestic Violence New South Wales today calling on the state government to properly fund support services.
0.1% of the budget is all we're asking for from the New South Wales government right now.
It comes as new data from the peak body shows 2 in 3 women can't be allocated a caseworker when they first reach out.
We've been asking for a 50% full funding baseline increase for the last 5 years, and we haven't seen that.
Many regional services are forced to rely on fundraising and community support. The Minister for the Prevention of Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault, Jodie Harrison, telling NBN News, violence against women must not be tolerated, and that the government will continue to work with the sector to address it.
Women and children should not be a choice. Women and children should be a priority.
Alex Land, NBN News.
A man's now been charged over a spate of thefts from Charlestown unit blocks last month, including one where a man's wheelchair was allegedly stolen. Police investigating the incidents at 2 buildings on Charles Street pulled over a vehicle just before 6:30 p.m. yesterday. They searched a man allegedly finding keys, fobs, bolt cutters and a torch. The 31-year-old's facing 10 charges, including 4 of break-enter steal. He's been refused bail to front Newcastle local court on Thursday. The former Burwood Colliery Club has become an eyesore, according to some Whitebridge residents. A Wabakal Aboriginal Land Council, which owns the site, says although a development application has been approved, it's still completing a construction certificate. That should be finalised within a month or so. The large coastal site is set to be transformed into a cultural and wedding centre, as well as a training space. The Land Council hopes to have the centre open by the end of the year. The Hunter Medical Research Institute has seen a major upgrade to its imaging facilities. The state-of-the-art MRI machine at the John Hunter campus will enable clearer scans in less than half the time, marking a milestone for clinical research.
We can detect using this machine very early anatomical changes of that
process and detect people who may not have Alzheimer's disease or have clinical symptoms yet.
HMRI will use the scanner as it examines neurological and chronic health issues. Let's take a look at the weather now. We did have rain move through the region early today. It's pretty well cleared for now. Top temperatures, it hit 28 degrees at Gosford, Macquarie 27, Newcastle 23, and in the Valley today at Scone 24 degrees. You're watching NBN News. Still ahead, firefighters contending with a fierce blaze on a farm in the Hunter. Heartbreak on the slopes of Cortina for an alpine legend. And Australia's Michael Dixon stars as Seattle wins the Super Bowl.
Go Harvey Norman for Dyson's new robotic vacuum mop. It vacuums and washes, identifying and eliminating stains, cleaning over and over, double checking until they're gone, with a self-cleaning roller that's washed on every rotation, adapted to clean carpets, removing hair, then detangling it. Now dirt really has nowhere to hide. Their spices at Harvey Norman, proudly supporting Australian para-athletes.
How far would you go to keep your home smelling fresh? Try Airwick 24/7 fragrance, aerosol-free automatic spray infused with 2 times more essential oil for up to 70 days of freshness. Now that's a breath of fresh Airwick.
Play house with all new Woolworths Bricks Home. And right now, get a bonus Bricks pack when you buy participating products from Nescafe or Danone in a $30 shop. Shop now at Woolworths.
If it's obvious you need great insurance, get GIO. Great insurance, obviously. This is great. Is North facing good?
Now that is a proper kitchen. Yeah? Show me. If you could cook up a storm in there, Mum. That kitchen's only seen takeaway. Yeah, absolutely.
How many properties we seeing this weekend?
Look, think of it as extra cardio. New kitchen, sunny courtyard, close to transport.
That's a real bad idea. Realestate.com.au, Australia's #1 address in property. Discover Emerald Cruises' award-winning European river cruises with exceptional inclusions. Book now the 2026 and fly free in economy to Europe. Visit emeraldcruises.com.au today.
Tank World's up to 50% off premium sectors and extended. Save up to 50% off our entire range of round tanks and tank watt pumps for 1,000 to 47,750 litres. All stock must end February 16th. Think Tank World, 1-800-68-6970.
Angie and Jim have taken up a new hobby, but to get ahead, they've opened an IND Bank term deposit online. The security of a great rate means they actually can keep their chickens before they hatch. IND Bank, right by you. Right by you. Go Harvey Norman, up to 60% off Australian-made BTRS mattresses. End-of-line stock clearance. All BTRS stock must be sold. Once it's gone, it's gone. Get in quick to score a bargain. Up to 60% off BTRS now at Harvey Norman.
To breaking news now, and the Rural Fire Service is responding to a chicken shed fire at Luscantine in the Hunter. The RFS says the call came in just after 5 p.m. and that 11 trucks are now on scene. It says there were no reports of injury and it's unknown if there were any animals inside the shed. It's uncertain what sparked the blaze. Crews will be on site for some time to bring it under control. To the Winter Olympics now, and 2 of our snowboarders will be in the hunt for gold tomorrow morning after reaching the Big Air final. Mila Stalker and Tess Cody made it through, while a fellow Aussie just missed out.
16-year-old Ali Hickman took over. Fought that one all day long. And her cheer squad back in Sydney gave it a 10 out of 10. Then it was 22-year-old Mila Stalker's turn.
As she drops from her debut.
And the news spread fast. Scotty James had spent the evening in the pub. Scotty. He was joined by Valentino, fresh from his big air ride in the rest of the world's best. Over 4 Olympics, Scotty has been pushing the boundaries, constantly rolling out new moves, leaving his rivals to play catch-up. So what will it take to win gold? His current tricks or something new? And if Scotty does have something up his sleeve, there's no doubt he will save it for the big show. And if he wins that elusive gold, how does he celebrate? Austrian Benjamin Karl made it back-to-back gold medals in the parallel giant slalom.
Oh, yeah!
In Lavigne, Damien Vine, NBN News.
Skiing legend Lindsay Vonn arrived at Cortina with a ruptured ACL and left with a fractured leg, attempting a miracle comeback after injuring her knee just over a week ago. Vonn crashed out and had to be airlifted to hospital for surgery.
Let's go, Lindsay. Come on!
Lindsay Vonn locked in for a shot, chasing spoons were horrifying. Her teammate Breezy Johnson covering her eyes, the crowd left gasping, and then came a stunned silence. For the second time in 9 days, a rescue chopper brought in to airlift Vonn out. She was fought in her left leg.
We don't really know what the extent of the injury is yet, and so everybody is just, a little bit stunned.
A bittersweet moment for Team USA. Breezy Johnson at the top of the podium, Olympic champion, but carrying the heartbreak of a teammate.
I mean, my heart goes out to her, and I hope she's okay.
One of the most anticipated races darkened by the reminder of its dangers, and the image of a champion being stretchered away from her 5th Olympic Games. In Cortina, Lauren Tomasi, NBN News. Super Bowl 60 has delivered, with celebrities, surprises, and a star from Australia making his mark. In the end, the Seattle Seahawks beat one of the most famous teams in the NFL, the New England Patriots.
Seattle reigns above them all!
This may be America's game, but it was an Australian Seahawk soaring.
Michael Dixon, the Aussie, may be the best hunter in the sport.
The boy from the Shire helping to cement a Super Bowl victory for his team. Tonight he's celebrating by calling mates back home.
That must be the best body feeling in the world.
Yeah, it is.
The Seahawks were up against the Patriots, the latter's first Super Bowl post-Tom Brady.
The Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for the second time.
In a stadium full of stars, ready for a spectacle. It was a defence-heavy game, but a chance for Michael Dixon to show the world what Down Under is made of. Families from around Australia flying in for a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Kids won't be going to uni, but they're going to uni day.
What you hear, it's all good. They can pay the X too.
The halftime show belonged to Bad Bunny. The first Spanish-language solo artist to headline the prestigious stage, with a surprise cameo from Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin. Bad Bunny had the stadium and some special guests dancing fresh off the back of his Grammys haul, and with one couple even legally marrying on field during the performance. The message was clear. The only thing more powerful than hate is love. His performance, a celebration of Latin culture at a time when America is divided over the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. The US president saying Bad Bunny's performance was one of the worst ever. MAGA supporters hosting their own all-American halftime show, but it didn't deter from the main event.
Most of the New England Patriots supporters, they were out of here early. Now it's just a sea of Seahawks supporters. It's just another reason to care about us
scored more than half a world away. What did you think of Michael Dixon?
I love Michael Dixon.
Now it's party time and a well-deserved feed for the man they call Dico.
I just want some chips with some chicken salt. That's what I'm missing.
At Levi Stadium, Reed Butler, NBN News.
Well earned too. Coming up next, a backflip from the man behind the Christchurch massacre. Why he wants to change his plea. Australia set to play host to a Pope for the first time in 2 decades. And a surprise pick for Australia's first Ute of the Year.
Hey, buddy.
I'm snapping knives.
Go solar with Solar Hub right now and make a stack of smart savings. Get a home battery and save up to $500. Add solar power and save a further $250. Get smart. Get Solar Hard. Get Solar Hard.
What is Kevin up to?
Just got the Kia EV4.
Do you love me now, Brian? Poor Kevin.
Come on, mate. Let's get you cleaned up.
Kia. Movement that inspires. At Coles, KitchenAid is back with a new range to collect. Free cookware with cookware credits. Just spend $20 in one transaction and scan your Flybuys to earn 1 credit. Now you're cooking with free KitchenAid cookware. Only at Coles.
When you're working the land, you need a partner you can depend on. One that's built to go the distance. Start the year off-road with the Polaris sales events. Take advantage of unbeatable deals on selected Ranger and Expedition models and enjoy savings that'll set you up for a strong year ahead. Don't wait. Offers must end 31st of March. Visit or call your local Polaris dealer today. Polaris. Think outside.
They call this the lucky country. But there's a funny thing about luck. There's only so much of it to go around. See, while you're having a rip, someone else is having a shot. Yeah, you never know which end of the stick you're going to get. When the lucky country isn't so lucky.
The Australian man who killed 51 people at 2 Christchurch mosques claims he was mentally unwell and irrational when he pleaded guilty to his crimes. Benton Tarrant is now attempting to have those pleas overturned. The 35-year-old is currently serving a life sentence. There are calls tonight for more support for residents of social housing following a spate of dog attacks around complexes in Newcastle. NBN News has spoken to one of the victims whose leg was left at risk of amputation.
3 surgeries down, 1 more tomorrow. Troy Hinton has been in John Hunter Hospital since he was attacked by a large bullbreed dog on Australia Day.
Turned me back again, all of a sudden just a great big whack on the back of my leg where it grabbed me. And it started shaking me like a shark. Like the surgeon said, he said, mate, I've seen dog bites, but not like that.
His left leg at risk of amputation after he was set upon outside his home at a Bar Beach social housing block. Troy says the animal only stopped when his friend stepped in.
Grabbed the dog underneath the throat and squeezed it as tight as he could. It wasn't as for the surgeons how good they are. I would have left me from the knee down. Stuff that. I'm only 55 years 55-year-old. I've got my kids, I've got my grandkids and everything.
It's been one of a string of attacks from animals believed to be from social housing blocks around Bar Beach and nearby Cooks Hill in recent weeks. Vet nurses from a local clinic say on Friday a man walking his dog was attacked while shielding his pet from a dog off-leash on Derby Street.
One of the girls quickly just started calling 000 and we were starting to create a bandage and try and stop the bleeding as best we could until help could get here. We're quite used to emergencies coming through the door, but they're usually animal related. Kind of the first time it's been a human.
Kelly Handsaker has been helping care for that man's dog since and says she's seen attacks linked to social housing blocks.
My concern is if it was in a nicer neighbourhood, this would have been sorted by now. So I would love them to just be more proactive and more hands-on in these situations.
Homes New South Wales says when a pet is deemed dangerous, it asks tenants for its removal within 48 hours. Newcastle Council also has outreach programs for social housing areas.
Newcastle Council is still seeking information on Friday's incident. A spokesperson saying the community is urged to make reports so rangers can respond and investigate.
It's understood the dog in that incident is not the one which hurt Troy. He's calling for it to be destroyed.
You don't need dogs for that. I've never had a dangerous dog in my whole entire life. And I had a pit bull for like 6 years. Rottweilers. I've got a steppy at the moment. Yeah, just comes through the
Sierra Giuliano, NBN News. Australia is set to host its first papal visit in 2 decades, with confirmation Pope Leo XIV will hold a Sunday Mass in Sydney in 2028. And even though it's still 2 years away, the announcement has Catholics thrilled.
It was a meeting in May last year between a Prime Minister and a newly elected Pope, and one in which Anthony Albanese invited Pope Leo XIV to Australia, an invitation he's now accepted.
Well, the Holy Father has said in the past, I think, to people, so many Australians, anyone who goes to Rome, has been inviting Pope Leo to come here. And so I think at this point, he's very keen.
Pope Leo will be here for the 54th International Eucharistic Congress in October 2028, held every 4 years. The prospect of attending the week-long event and seeing His Holiness is something local Catholics are already looking forward to.
My mum and dad talk about when they saw Pope John Paul years ago back in Ireland, so it's exciting and, it's a really great event.
While this event will be important for Catholics, it will also be important for Sydney, drawing travellers from across Australia and the globe, many of whom will have never travelled here before. The last papal visit in 2008 by Pope Benedict for World Youth Day drew 500,000 visitors to Sydney and an international TV audience of close to 1 billion.
I think if people are going to come here to see the Pope take part in the Congress that's going on, which in and of itself will be terrific for hotels and goodness knows what else, they'll come here and they'll stay for a couple of weeks.
And given Pope Leo is American, that could entice an even broader audience from the US. Eddie Meyer, NBN News.
To finance now, and the ASX has lost and gained tens of billions of dollars in a wild couple of days for investors. Chris Kohler has the details.
Fair enough if investors need a moment to catch their breath. The share market lost $75 billion on Friday and then regained $58 billion today. It's a wild ride by anyone's standards. We're getting into the half-year reporting season now, which always makes for a bit of a roller coaster. And there's still plenty of risk on global markets too. Today, Pepper Money shot up 27% on speculation it could be bought, and Car Group also jumped on strong profit numbers. The Australian dollar is buying 70 US cents after 3 consecutive weekly gains. And finally, Black Friday is now so big that it's completely wiping out December retail. New household spending figures today showed the first monthly decline since March 2024, and it happened in the same month as Christmas. As you can see, stuff like clothes and shoes, homewares and recreation all dropped away because they're being dragged out of the holiday period and into the new selling season.
Further proof, utes are not just for work sites. They're now so popular as a family car, Wheels magazine has created a new award, crowning the first ute of the year. The winner, the Shark 6, a plug-in hybrid from Chinese carmaker BYD. Adam Murray's here now with sport. Adam, did Payne Haas's decision to sign with Souths catch teammates by surprise?
Well, good evening, Tash. Captain Adam Reynolds admits he didn't see it coming. He's also responded to suggestions the shock move was triggered by a falling out with Michael Maguire. Also ahead, belief grows as the Jets soar to new heights in the A-League. Plus, the Quad God lands a gold medal at the Winter Olympics.
Australians for 100 years. Now we're helping protect and prepare for the next 100.
Fresh as it blends, fresh as it blends, fresh as it blends, and now you want to accept that one. I'll do good different.
Australian made means made right here in Australia. But it's more than just where it's made. It means made by Australians, backing local businesses and jobs, made for the way we live, right here. It's why buying Australian made just feels right. Australian made right here.
Get a deal you'll be proud of on models like the Hyundai Insta, Tucson Hybrid and Kona Hybrid at your participating Hyundai dealer today.
Is it time for safe planning?
Let's update your work.
At Turnbull Lawyers, we're in it together to protect your wishes and your assets for now and the future.
For structuring family wealth, turn to Turnbull Lawyers.
Are you thinking al fresco and looking for something simple? Call HV Aluminium.
Are you looking for something stylish? Call HV Aluminium.
Or looking for ideas to design something stunning?
If you're thinking al fresco, call or visit HV Aluminium New Lantern, 1-800-801-572.
Hey Norel, what's the opposite of a wrongin? Saving $315 it is, right? Just ask UE customer Matt.
That's right, Ed. I switched to UE and I saved $315 on my car insurance.
$315? How's that?
Don't know, I just called them.
Must have been bowled over. Norel, look out. This is my mystery ball. Whoa, she's out. Shove around, try UE. Come around, sit on the camera.
You insured.
Broncos skipper Adam Reynolds denies Payne Haas's shock decision to sign with South was due to a falling out with coach Michael Maguire. Reynolds admits he was blindsided by the Hunter Prop's defection and also confirmed his own decision to call it quits at the end of the season.
The Broncos launching their bid for back-to-back premierships. But there was just one name on the lips of everyone, from Red Hill to Redfern. Rugby League's most fearsome enforcer stunning the game with his decision to bail on Brisbane and join the Rabbitohs at the end of the season.
No, I didn't see it coming. I haven't really sat down and spoken to Payne. Obviously, you respect everyone's decisions. I don't know the exact reasoning.
A 10-day cooling off period, giving the Broncos a faint hope of changing his mind.
Trying to twist his arm. The boys have been into him, trying to get him obviously to stay at the club. We love him. We love everything about Payne and what he's done for this club. He's a huge reason why we got success.
In reality, though, this is set to be Haas's final flee as a Bronco. Teammates insisting for now he's as committed as ever.
I'm grateful, and I know the Broncos fans will be grateful that the player that he is and the integrity that he has, that
every game this year that we're putting his all on the line.
The skipper tackling suggestions Hart has moved maybe as a result of a poor relationship with coach Michael Maguire.
It's easy and an obvious one to obviously speculate on, but we're a tight group. We wouldn't have reached the heights we did last year. The boys are off large.
Reynolds today confirming this season will also be his last as a Broncos player, a career which began at South Sydney to end after 15 years at the top.
I felt like it was the right time to just get it over and done with before the season starts. I'm not getting any younger, and obviously we've got some exciting talent coming to the club.
Chris Hodgkinson, NBN News.
The A-League's table-topping Jets have won an unprecedented sixth match in a row and remain undefeated to start the calendar year. A Clayton Taylor hat-trick sealing a thrilling 3-2 victory over Adelaide away from home. It's up for debate whether the opening goal in Adelaide was a cross or a shot.
I told him at half-time to go out in the second half and score a real goal.
But what is certain, Clayton Taylor heard his coach loud and clear.
Bayless to the left, Clayton Taylor hits it, and that's two. Clinical from the Jets.
Unlike in recent matches, though, Adelaide wasn't going to roll over. The Reds landing a double blow, levelling the scores in the 63rd minute. But Taylor made sure Newcastle would remain the ladder leaders.
Oopsie. A little slip from Greens. Here's Clayton Taylor racing away. Clayton Taylor! The hat-trick boy.
The winger's first A-League hat-trick, also propelling him to fourth on the club's all-time goal scorers list.
I remember she was on top of the ladder halfway through the season. I think it's important that we stay there, and everyone remembers who's at the top at the end of the season. That's what's important.
The belief that they have is frightening, to be honest with you. I could see it in our boys that we're in a place now where we believe that our performance is going to get us an opportunity to go and win again.
The 3-2 win, the sixth in a row, an Australian record to start a calendar year, and also the Jets' sixth straight victory away from home.
They keep doing things that people don't expect them to do. We're fortunate enough to see them every day, so I'm not really that surprised, but there's still a long way to go.
Mark Milligan's squad won't be returning to Newcastle. Instead, it heads straight to Perth for its clash against the Glory on Friday. An Erling Haaland penalty in stoppage time has kept Manchester City's Premier League title dream alive. Liverpool had a 1-0 lead thanks to a stunning second-half strike before City scored twice in the final 10 minutes to secure a dramatic and crucial 2-1 win at Anfield. Australia's women's rugby sevens side has been denied a title by New Zealand for the second time in as many weeks. The reigning Perth Sevens champions easily beaten 29-7 in the final on home serve, while the Aussie men lost their semi against South Africa but beat the Kiwis 12-10 in a playoff for third. The US has won the first figure skating gold medal of the Winter Olympics, taking out the team's event in Milan. The final went down to the wire before a superstar of the sport secured victory.
After 3 days of figure skaters twisting and turning, it all came down to the last event and the man they call the quad god. Ilya Malinin, known for his quadruple jumps, landed a heap of them. While the god of another sport watched on, the two-time world champion backflipped the US into the gold medal position. Only Japan could spoil the party, but they fell agonisingly short and had to settle for the silver. Their night ending in tears while the Americans celebrated.
So excited and so excited for this team. Without them, this would not have happened.
Figure skating is historically the most watched sport at the Winter Olympics, and it's easy to see why. 5 gold medals are on offer here in Milan, and the first didn't disappoint.
Italy claiming the bronze, the country's first ever medal in the event. No medals for Australia's luge star Alex Filazzo, but he left nothing in the tank, improving his time in each 4 of his runs.
I was pumping myself up. I was like, come on mate, let's rip these handles and put the head back and see what happens.
His family, proud as punch. Christina Hearn, NBN News.
After the break, how an Aussie helped win American sport's greatest prize.
Let's have a massive 20 to 50% off store-wide, including Manchester and Deadpool fabric, sewing, craft, yarn, party curtains and blinds. Yes, that's 20 to 50% off store-wide. Sale must end Tuesday. It's not right, it's what you make it. Discounts apply to regular product prices. Excludes clearance. See website for details.
Sarge, it's chilling what she's paying for her insurance.
Yeah, she can take that up and say, I'll take budget direct. If she simply combined her home and contents and bought it online.
You know what they say? Always quote with Budget Direct first.
Always quote with Budget Direct.
Playhouse with all new Woolworths Bricks Home. Get one free Bricks pack with every $30 you spend. There's 40 to collect. Shop now at Woolworths and Big W.
Legs ache. I've tried everything, Jordan. Painkillers, gels.
Haven't you tried Revitive? Drug-free Revitive helps relieve leg aches and pains, swelling and cramps, and reduces knee pain. For relief that keeps you moving, try Revitive. Wear for Sunday cruises or rush hour worries. Or right now, we're for Phoebe, who needs to pick up her date by AM. Give it a try. Join NIMH, Australia's largest roadside assistance network. A great night's sleep, night after night after night. That is the difference. The difference is temper.
If you carry the whole side on your back and let no fish off the hook, you need a ute that can keep up. New Mazda BT50. Give it heaps.
Domain Home Super Saver sale is now on. Get a $35,000 cash discount plus a free driveway plus our free Energy Saver pack. That's over $60,000 in extra savings when you build with Domain Homes. Visit domainhomes.com.au now.
Go Harvey Norman for Dyson's new robotic vacuum mop. It vacuums and washes with a self-cleaning roller that's washed on every rotation, adapting to clean carpets, removing hair, then detangling it. Now dirt really has nowhere to hide. Best prices at Harvey Norman. Tony and Lorna talked to IB Bank about their home loan. They got a great low rate, saved on fees and got $3,000 cash back. So Tony's going to spend big in auto and on trade. IMB Bank, right by you.
Get the job done right every time with Taylor's Outdoor Power Equipment. Get the biggest brands and the best products from the experts, plus accessories, parts and service and repairs. So get into one of Taylor's locations or go online today.
This Sports Report brought to you by NRMA Insurance, a health company.
Michael Dixon has etched his name in Australian sporting history, becoming just the second Aussie to win the Super Bowl. A product of the Sydney Swans Academy, Dixon was faultless with the boot in the Seahawks' 16-point victory over the Patriots.
From the Shire to the biggest stage in United States sport, Michael Dixon wasn't daunted.
51 yards, excellent punt from the Aussie.
The Seahawks' defense impenetrable. Dixon's kicks crucial. The highest paid punter in the NFL on $4 million a year, proving his worth on the way to a 12-0 halftime lead.
It's another good punt of 46 yards.
Before today, Jordan Mailata was the only Australian to have won a Super Bowl.
I hope he does, man. Kudos more to Australia, and it's going to be awesome if he gets one.
This pass all but sealed.
Launches to the end zone, wide open touchdown.
The Patriots did get on the scoreboard, producing something special.
And it's Hollins for a touchdown.
But they didn't get any closer. Dixon delivering a faultless performance. His punts inch perfect.
Michael Dixon has been outstanding tonight. From Sydney with a 58-yard punt.
Allowing the celebrations to start early. Dixon achieving what once seemed like an impossible dream. Seattle winning the Super Bowl.
I have a big dream, so I knew we were going to get here, and I knew we were going to get it done, and we did. So I'm very, very lucky and very happy.
Sam Jordan, NBN News. The Hunter wasn't immune to Super Bowl fever, with hundreds of hardcore fans flocking to pubs to watch the sporting spectacle. And having an Aussie on the winning side could help kick a few punters into action.
No Monday blues for these Super Bowl fans. The Delaney was packed to the rafters.
Yeah, it's a hard, honest game of NFL. The boys showed up. Just here drinking a couple Budweisers, getting the spirit.
While there was a sea of jerseys, the predictions were unanimous.
I think the Seahawks by 14 at the end of the game. Sam Darnold's been a great first year on the Seahawks. I think he's going to take it all the way.
Not too confident at this stage, but still half to go. On the field, Aussie punter Michael Dixon was clinical and hugely popular among those watching from afar.
Definitely, it's inspiring. Former AFL Sydney Swan, I think there's a big future in the game for the AFL players.
It's a growing sport here in the Hunter, and with an Aussie Seahawk on the scoreboard, it could turn a few of the spectators into players.
Could sort of see himself as a bit of a tight end, like Travis Kelce, a bit bigger and broader.
I played D-line. I've played in Sydney for the last 3 years. Just moved up here and played with these boys.
Lucas Borrows, proof of Newcastle's own American football stocks, is following in the footsteps of Australia's latest Super Bowl winner.
Being able to relate to his journey and knowing what he's been through and seeing him actually take that next step and play on the biggest stage in the country, it's pretty special.
Now finished with college football, Borrows living in Nashville, chasing his next opportunity.
Obviously, playing at the next level is a joy with everyone, especially when they're playing. So, yeah, kind of just see what happens and kind of remain hopeful and keep training.
Jack Marnie, NBN News.
The Kings have won a fiery NBL clash with the South East Melbourne Phoenix. The two sides almost came to blows on several occasions before Brian Georgian's man refocused for a huge second half. The 26-point victory, their 8th in a row, sending a strong message to the competition. Newcastle's Court Noy contributed 7 points and 3 boards in his 10 minutes on the court. The Kings' next match is against the Hawks on Friday. Newcastle Speedway star Jason Doyle has ventured to the United States to race for the first time, arriving as the main draw card for the event in California. It was also his first hit out ahead of his 12th Speedway GP season.
I've been very fortunate to get on the wild card, so this is where it all starts, I guess. And just enjoy my time in America. It's been great for the last 3 days, and we're only here for 6 days, so it's an in and out visit, but it's been enjoyable.
The 2017 world champion is hoping to win his second title at age 40. Christian Mansell has had a busy start to 2026, competing in his third GT3 endurance event of the year in Portugal at the weekend. The Hunter Ace has returned to racing after 12 months on the sideline.
This is my first time at Portimao, and I'm really enjoying the circuit. It is genuinely like nothing I've ever driven before. But yeah, I mean, what to expect today is, honestly, it's up in the air.
The former Formula 2 driver completed the last stint of the Portimao 6 hour, with the final hour taking place in wet conditions. The 21-year-old rounded out the podium with a third place finish. And Newcastle Golf Club's pennant title defence is off to the best possible start. It's undefeated after the opening 2 rounds, smashing Hawks Nest yesterday. Youngster Cooper Ridgway was the standout, winning his game with 4 to play. Elsewhere, Toronto beat Merriweather 5 games to 3. And Tash, that is our look at sport.
Adam, thank you. Well, rain has moved through today. Pretty well cleared now. We'll check the latest details right after the break.
She put her evil dad behind bars. So how on earth was he allowed his final wish? He got the easy way out. A current affair next.
Love to travel to Antarctica with scenic Discovery Yachts. Book now to enjoy unrivaled inclusions, receive exclusive flight-free offers, and the bonus helicopter experience. Moving home? Unlock up to $200 in bill credits when you move and stay with AGL. That's $100 for electricity and another $100 when you add internet. All booked online in just minutes. Move with AGL and join the change.
Renault Duster from $34,990 to $41,970 drive away.
On the banks of an Alaskan river, a mother bear teaches her cub to hunt.
but for another harnessed son. Is this the one? The mother asks to inspect the catch. It's what John West rejects that makes John West the best.
Schweppes, a sip for your senses.
Hungry Jack's new Outback Whopper, flame grilled beef, creamy Hail Mayo, and a little chili kick. Or try the Outback Jack's fried chili. Saddle up for the Outback range. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
Hurt can happen here. And here. If you've been injured in a public place, take the Slattery Warden free claim check, and we'll take it from here.
The future you're building is possible with Domain Homes.
Go Harvey Norman and experience the great outdoors. Spend hours in stylish comfort, relax and indulge. Entertain effortlessly with the latest modern designs. Refresh and recharge, revive and reset. Transform your great outdoors now with new bold and fresh designs from Harvey Norman. We've helped Australians for 100 years. Now we're helping protect and prepare them for the next 100.
We've had widespread showers today, the heaviest falls on the Central Coast, where Gosford's had 13 mils since midnight. Elsewhere, falls have been lighter, but we are expecting a top-up later in the week. Cloud with Tropical Cyclone Mitchell is bringing rain and storms to western WA, and there's also an unstable air mass to the northwest. This cloud has been pulled through central Australia to the southeast by a cool change, producing widespread rain. Tomorrow, the WA cyclone will weaken as it moves inland, with showers and storms continuing there and across the tropics, interior and the east in humid, unstable air. Heat will be drawn into the southern and eastern inland areas. Checking today's temperatures now as showers swept through the Hunter and Central Coast. Gosford topped at 28, the same at Mangrove Mountain today. Cessnock hit a maximum of 26. On the coast there at Nobbies, 22 to 24 was the range, and 24 the day's top in the valley at Scone. The rain has cleared for us mostly for now, cloudy tomorrow, but remaining dry throughout. And temperatures will be up a degree or two on today's levels. We're expecting 28 degrees on the Central Coast for Woolooware and Gosford tomorrow. Newcastle's heading for a top of 28 degrees as well. Heading into the valley, it is going to be warmer. Maitland 30 degrees, 33 on the way at Singleton and also at Scone. Checking offshore conditions for the Hunter Coast, seas and swell a metre, winds more nor'westerlies. Tides now, we've got a low coming in just before 10 a.m. Looking further ahead, showers returning from Thursday in Newcastle. We can see some more rain as we head into the weekend. Heat is building in the Hunter Valley on Wednesday, up to 34 degrees is expected though on your Thursday, and a couple of dry days at Gosford ahead of some showers returning on Thursday. That's NBN News for this Monday. From all the team, good night.
Can't quite describe that emotion? Finally, there's a word for it. And at the Gotcha for Life Mental Fitness Gym, there's a workout for it too. Download the app for free today. When it comes to online safety for children, the risks can easily go unseen. What apps and games does your child use? Who are they interacting with? What content could they be sharing? Children of all ages can be the target of online child sexual exploitation. Supervision and having a trusted adult available to help if something goes wrong is essential for preventing online harm. Make sure you know what your children are doing online. Visit accce.gov.au to learn more.
This is what value feels like at Domino's. For a limited time, get 30% off large premium and traditional pizzas. Our best and tastiest pizzas. Big savings, more value. It's for 10 at Domino's.
Spotlights have a massive 20 to 50% off store-wide, including Manchester home decor, fabric sewing, craft yarn, party curtains and blinds. Yes, that's 20 to 50% off store-wide. So must-end Tuesday. It's Spotlight, it's Freshie Weekend. Discounts apply to regular product prices. Excludes clearance. See website for details.
How good's me time? The moments to yourself exist as a mum. Bedtime is my me time. I have a hiding spot and I lock my bathroom. Can't even go to the toilet. I'll let you know if it ever happens.
How good's that? With W. Play house with all new Woolworths Sticks Home. And right now, get a bonus box pack when you buy participating products from Quilton or Whiskers in a $30 shop. Shop now at Woolworths.
We'd only been on the road 3 minutes and a car came around the bend, all the airbags went off. I had to cut the car apart to get me out. I was in operating theatre within 4 hours. The mate I worked at LHD Lawyers and the gentleman I spoke to seemed to know what he was talking about and he explained it all. It's going to be a no-win, no-fee situation. He found LHD Lawyers very good to deal with.
Maintaining the dignity of a client is at the centre of everything we do.
Millionaire Hot Seat is brought to you by Keno Go. Your chance at a $40 million jackpot is only 3 minutes away.
Day in the jungle. Which beloved campmate was survived elimination? Hold on to your noses.
She's really inhaling that.
It's the stinkiest straw ever. Next.
Let's go number 2. Come on, number 2. Let's go number 2. Number 2. Come on. Let's go number 2.
Enjoy the thrill of a $40 million jackpot with Keno Go.
Don't touch anything. Burn this.
Definitely burn those. New sheets.
Thanks.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A surfer. Live right near the water, near straight into the waves.
Like a seal?
Sure, like a seal. Yeah.
If you want to live down there, then you better have a good super phone.
I do.
With an in-house advice team, get them know how to grow with Uni Super.
Tired of boring old pans that don't cook correctly? Why settle for ordinary food when you can create gourmet food like a master chef? Introducing Stone Dine Hybrid Stainless Steel Cookware with a non-stick hybrid stainless surface that's so advanced, cooking has never been easier. All the performance and safety of stainless steel, all the durability of cast iron, and all the ease of non-stick. The secret is the advanced stainless steel matrix that is laser etched and the bellies are filled with a super non-stick coating for a revolutionary surface that turns burnt problem cheese into a delicious quesadilla. No stick, better tasting chicken breast, tender and moist, no added oil. Gently grill your fish with crispy skin results and no sticking. Stone Dine cookware is suitable for all cooktops and engineered for even heating and no hot spots. So you're guaranteed the perfect steak, perfectly cooked, time after time after time. And this is the only pan we know that even if your food does stick, there's nothing to worry about because we only recommend to use these steel utensils to cook and clean in this cookware. Plus, it's oven safe up to 260 degrees Celsius, so you can bake, roast and toast like never before.
before. And so versatile, almost anyone can crisp, sear, saute and fry, just like a master chef. And when you're done, just scrape it out and put it in the dishwasher. Similar high-quality sets are expensive, but forget about that. As here today, you can get our 3-piece set with a free wok or free saute pan for only $199.99, or a single 20-centimetre pan to try first, normally $59, now only $39.99. We guarantee you'll be able to cook food that looks like this for your money back. So go online now to Stonedine or call now to take advantage of this great offer.
So what do you say? You want to deep fry the devil? You aim for the king. You better not miss. I need a favor. For me? You. Tonight on 10. Stream free.
Wait, what?
Be first in line for a thrilling time with Kino Go.
Play house with all new Woolworths Bricks Home. And right now, get a bonus bricks pack when you buy participating products from Nescafe or Danone in a $30 shop. Shop now at Woolworths.
When you spend only 0.02% of your time doing bank things, you can spend 20.8% of your time on cheese, 10.6% on slapping things, 8% on expressing yourself, 24% on Debbie, who keeps talking over you in the chat group, and 8% on volunteering, because you feel guilty about what you want to do to Debbie.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I just want to be comfortable.
You mean like in pajamas?
What I mean by comfortable is I don't have to worry about money.
Well, you better have a bit super fun.
I do.
With low fees and strong long-term performance, know how to grow with UniSuper.
Doors Plus barn doors will transform the interior of your home with their depth of character. Sliding barn doors create an eye-catching feature wall. Plus, we can fit, paint, stain, and deliver. Doors Plus.
No fuss.
If it's obvious you need great insurance, get GIO. Great insurance, obviously.
Love you, Dad.
There's a glass and a half in everyone.
Spotlights have a massive 20 to 50% off store-wide, including Manchester Home Decor, fabric, sewing, craft, yarn, party, curtains and blinds. Yes, that's 20 to 50% off store-wide. Sale must end Tuesday. It's Spotlight, it's what you make it. Discounts apply to regular prices. Excludes clean. See website for details.
Australians are switching off to save on energy costs when many could be switching to a better deal.
You'd be better off comparing and switching energy providers.
Dad!
Seeing the light now?
It pays to compare.
Want to win a share with $20,000 cash?
Could the dream come true?
Grab this program and register to play for your chance to win.
Can't quite describe that emotion? Finally, there's a word for it. And at the Gotcha for Life Mental Fitness Gym, there's a workout for it too. Download the app for free today.
I want to be the best dad that I can be.
I will be the biggest fan.
I love being connected to my kids. I love being his dad and his best mate.
Get behind our tellies as they take on Asia's best.
Let's go to it. Matildas, we're right behind you, sending you so much love and light.
Welcome to the big show.
He retired in
opened 10 years ago. I spent a lot of time in the garden, plants of flowers everywhere.
It's a happy life, spending time together outside.
We'd only been on the road 3 minutes and a car came around the bend. All the airbags went off. I had to cut down the car apart to get me out. I was in operating theatre within 4 hours. My wound's still got to be redressed every day. Still slowly healing. I've done shoelaces up for 4.5 years. I made a call to LSD lawyers, and the gentleman I spoke to seemed to know what he was talking about and explained it all. In the case that it is, it's going to be a no-win, no-fee situation.
But we had to give them the confidence and strength to focus on their recovery while we focused on their claim.
It's changed our lifestyle. It hasn't removed the accident, but that's over and done with. We found LSD lawyers very good to deal with.
Maintaining the dignity of a client is at the centre of everything we do.
This is your investment property, and these are your tenants. It's easy for them to love living here. It's also easy for accidents to happen, for things to be bumped or spilled. And for some in the home, it's just in their nature. So it's important you have the right level of cover, including for accidental tenant damage. Speak to Terry Shear, Australia's leading landlord insurance specialist.
What does That's Bloody Beautiful mean? It's stepping up and shaving for someone you love. It's the joy, the fear, the solidarity, and every dollar we raise funds life-saving blood cancer support. That's Bloody Beautiful.
Wake up feeling this good every single day thanks to the Super Sleeper Pro that makes your own bed feel like new. The dry-line positioning system cushions the heavy parts of your body, and the 3 layers create a seamless form of comfort and support. At Super Sleeper Pro, sleep just got better. Get $70 off your new topper today, plus get 2 free pillows, the sleep guarantee, and free delivery. Call now, don't miss out.
So if we came in this weekend, I said we'd sort the drinks. $20 an install, right? Just grab the anchor, drink
Install milk for everyday low prices. Nobody beats Dan movies.
It's that time of year. Gogglebox is here.
The best season I've ever watched.
Coming to Thursdays on 10.
Winning isn't everything. Losing, that changes things. That's when you know it's time to fight.
I'm here for redemption. Redemption is about playing a badass game and winning.
I've lived in the shadows of legends my whole life. You've met the Godfather. Now you're about to meet the Don.
Got that dog in me, girl. I'm gonna fight tooth and nail. People are gonna be underestimating me in this game for being a pastor. I'm gonna be ruthless. Redemption is finishing the story. This is my chance to rewrite history and win its game. I'm Dirty Harry. I'm not just gonna lay down and die. I'm here for redemption and vengeance. I'm evil this time.
This is Australian Survivor. Redemption.
The relationship with food and stuff was horrendous. It was disorderly. What the celebrities reveal.
I've received death threats.
Will shock you.
This is really sick. I started out here online.
I'm a celebrity on 10. The toughest season continues 7:30 tomorrow.
Good evening. The Hunter New England Local Health District is getting a boost. 250 new graduate nurses and midwives are joining the workforce, providing a boost to frontline healthcare. The graduates are said to work alongside experienced staff and gain valuable skills to help care for our local communities. Aiming to invest in better patient outcomes and care, Health Minister Ryan Park says the new nurses and midwives are helping deliver essential support to patients, families and carers.
local artists could help create a brighter space for patients at Musselburgh Hospital. As part of the hospital's redevelopment, help was needed to create a calm and uplifting area for the new community health space. Up to 12 artworks will be chosen to feature on the walls with expressions of interest. Open now. A new signage in Maitland hopes to keep pedestrians safer. A new high pedestrian activity area has been installed on Belmore Road, fitted with curb extensions, a raised crossing and road signs. It follows community concern about vehicles speeding through the area with a 40km speed limit now in place. Taking a look at tomorrow's weather, a partly cloudy day on the cards following some morning fog, tops remaining around the 20s, top of 29 in Bulahdelah, Nelson Bay heading for a top of 28, slightly warmer at Gunbold, a top of 30, Singleton a top of 33, Cessnock heading for 31 and a top of 28 in Newcastle.
Hey Australia, listen up. We're all in this together.
No matter where we come from
or what we believe. This land connects us, and now calls on us to act.
Clean Up Australia Day is about coming together.
As neighbours, as communities, as fellow Aussies.
So let's get our gloves on.
Sunday 1st of March 2026 to give back to a place that we call home. Clean Up Australia Day.
Register now at cleanup.org.au.
Imagine being forced to sleep on the street. Where down there would you spend the night? What would you sleep on? Would you be warm enough? What if it rained? This is a backpack bed. It's windproof, waterproof, bug-proof, portable and more. But it's more than shelter. It offers dignity and saves lives when needed most. Donate now to Backpack Bed for Homeless and give hope to Aussies on our street. Call 1300 Oz Help.
Superstars Margot Robbie, Jacob Elordi and Amanda Seyfried. Line up New Norton, 8:40 Thursday on 10.
Good afternoon, Lily O'Brien with your local news update. Police are investigating a fatal collision between a car and semi-trailer in Port Stephens. Emergency services were called to the crash around 4:40 Friday afternoon on Nelson Bay Road. Despite efforts by first responders, the 21-year-old driver could not be revived. The 28-year-old truck driver suffered minor injuries and was taken to hospital for mandatory testing. Anyone with information about the incident is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. And hundreds of commuters faced delays this morning as train services between Maitland and Tellera were brought to a halt due to an act of vandalism. Officers were called after reports of the copper cabling being cut and stolen around 12:30 this morning. The top today in Newcastle was 24 degrees. We'll have more news coming up at 6 p.m. Stay with us.
Cash! 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 You need cash! I need cars! So I'm paying top dollar right now! Drive into Broadmeadow Cars and walk out with cash! I'm Robbie from Broadmeadow Cars and I've got a deal for you!
Love to travel to Antarctica with scenic Discovery Yachts. Book now to enjoy unrivaled inclusions, receive exclusive flight-free offers, and a bonus helicopter experience.
Bills piling up for hard-working Australians when they could be comparing and saving.
You can't get up, you know. Look!
That's a wake-up call.
It pays to compare.
Simples.
Go to Harvey Norman for bonus gift cards on selected Westinghouse cooking appliances. The only thing more Australian than a meat pie? The Aussie built oven that goes in. Westinghouse is happy to help with ovens built in Australia for Australians. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Life is better on the water. From paddling and fishing to sailing and cruising. Choose who you spend time with and discover the freedom that boating offers. Adventure awaits. See you out there.
Officeworks has low prices on this easy storage file box for $27. This 50-pack of J. Burroughs ballpoint pens for $14 or a 24-pack of Kitty Permanent rolls for $30. Shop now at Officeworks.
Needs a little love.
Needs a lot of love.
Refinance?
Go for it.
The tapping, the potential, birthday present.
Numbers. Expansion.
idea. Whenever you need us to play, we're your partner for every stage. More than money. The new electric Toyota BZ4X, now with a $5,000 deposit bonus for two-wheel drive or $7,500 deposit bonus for all-wheel drive with Toyota Finance. Visit your local dealership today. Toyota. You've never heard anything like this.
Katy Perry with a bit of a twist.
Tonight.
I've not heard that voice before.
You've got to hear it to believe it.
Full-body goosebumps.
But nothing will prepare you for this.
Yes, I am actually Katy Perry.
New Australian Idol. Tonight, 7:30.
Good evening everyone, Lily O'Brien with you. A fine and sunny day ahead tomorrow, partly cloudy right across the region. Marrawanda at 33 degrees for you, and over in Newcastle 28 degrees and partly cloudy. Our UV is expected to be 11, so in that extreme category. So we have a look at the rest of the region. Cessnock 31 degrees for you, and Gosford 28. On the waters, both seas and swells are around the 1 metre mark. Wind gusts could reach up to 15 knots, and here's your next 7 days. Enjoy your night.
Where are we going to get the money for this?
Looks like you need an unserviceable loan from a cute but manipulative friend.
Or we could be sure with Credit 24. Honest loans, no funny business. For loans up to $10,000, apply now with Credit 24.
They say travel changes you. We say when you travel with it, changes everything. Slow groups, led by Rafa. Living and breathing local culture. Where new places feel like home.
And the remarkable with Intrepid.
At Beaumont Tiles, we don't just have tiles, we have a huge range of hard flooring, like Beaumont Hybrid Flooring, Beaumont Engineered Timber and more. Plus, we're happy to install. Find more for your floor at Beaumont's. More than just tiles.
Motacle and Outdoors is guaranteed lowest prices. Yes, the lowest prices on any stock item across our enormous camping, hiking, kayaking, clothing and surfing range. It all comes with Motacle and Outdoors price match guarantee. Visit in-store or online at motacle.com.au.
The Donald Jones homemade sale is on now. Hundreds of designs, all packed with unbeatable value, and starting from just $298,000. Now that's home-made affordable. Start today and visit a display.
Surrounded by the great outdoors, our home is made for the sunrise surfers, sunset yogis and Saturday cyclists. At Chiropractic Plus, we believe that the right natural treatments can help you lead the active lifestyle you love, pain-free.
We've opened our doors at Lourdes Bay with 13 extra treatment rooms for chiropractic, massage, psychology, cryotherapy and laser therapy. Our brand new clinic is here to help more people feel good naturally.
Book an appointment with our friendly team today.
Go Harvey Normal hot deals on Dyson. V8 Origin Stick Vacuum now $377. Great bundle deal. V16 Animal plus Wash G1 for $1399. Dyson V15 Detect Absolute Stick Vac under $900, save $570. Best prices now at Harvey Normal.
Tired of doing it the hard way? Try Light and Easy and get your first delivery of breakfast, lunches and dinners for just $99. Lose weight without losing the joy of eating. Get lasting results the Light and Easy way. At Coles, KitchenAid is back with a new range to collect. Free cookware with cookware credits. Just spend $20 on one transaction and scan your 5 eyes to earn 1 credit. Now you're cooking with free KitchenAid cookware only at Coles. Sarge, it's chilling that she's paying for her insurance.
Yeah, she can get 30% off the credit door if she simply combine her home contents and bought it online.
You know what they say? Always quote with Budget Direct first.
Insurance solved with Budget Direct.
911, what's your emergency?
All new season.
We gotta go right now.
The action never lets up. New 911 tonight.
This program brought to you by Motackle and Outdoors, Australia's largest range of fishing tackle. motackle.com.au.
Thanks, Nish.
So, mate.
We're your family now. This is where your loyalty should be. It could destroy everything we've built here.
Lucky man.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah? You know now?
And so always.
The working life. You wake up, you work, you get paid. You wake up, you work, you get paid. Until one day, you wake up to a whole new rhythm and still get paid. Aware Super helps you find your rhythm of retirement. That's super helpful. Finding a bulk billing GP is getting easier. With increased government funding, more practices are offering bulk billing.
What can you do? Great.
So seeing a GP is now more affordable and accessible for all Australians.
Medicare's got the bill. Thanks.
To find a bulk billing GP near you, visit health.gov.au/bulk billing. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
When pain's doing socials, printing no-shows, get Voltaren Pain Relief Gel 12 hour. With up to 12 hours of targeted pain relief, you can keep the fist bumps going. Come on.
I'm Nat from O'Brien. These cracks all started as chips. Happens a lot. We replace thousands of windscreens, but a chair repair is faster, cheaper and greener. And with car insurance, your repair is usually free. Book today.
How good's me time?
The moments to yourself exist as a mum did.
Bedtime is my mood. I have a hiding spot. I lock my bathroom.
Can't even go to the toilet. I'll let you know if it ever happens.
How good's that? Big W. Love every day in the new 2.2 litre Isuzu NUX SUV with smooth 8-speed transmission. Love how you live in the new Isuzu NUX.
Sunrise is giving away a car, the Subaru Forester all-wheel drive hybrid touring. We'll be handing over the keys to one lucky Sunrise viewer. Plus, send your bills in and we'll spin it in the barrel. If we draw it, we'll help you pay it. Start with Sunrise. This program brought to you by NG. For great value energy plans, visit ng.com.au.
911, which emergency? We lost contact.
We will win this together. In an all-new season.
We gotta go right now!
The action never lets up.
You copy!
New 911, tonight after Idol.
This 1987 Corolla doesn't have a blind spot. Zone climate control. Or Apple CarPlay. But it does have a feature that makes it different to the rest. So does this one. That one. And yours.
That's reliability. It isn't an option. It comes standard in every Toyota. Toyota.
Luck is when he lets you steal his fries. Real love is when he lets you steal his El Maco. The El Maco is back.
Sustains? No problem with Vanish Gold Pro Turbo. These will take ages to come up. It'll only take 30 minutes. Just one scoop of Vanish Gold Pro Turbo contains a unique accelerator system that turbocharges stain removal.
Trust Vanish, forget stains. The Moonshine Super Saver sale is now on. Get a $35,000 cash discount plus a free driveway plus a free energy saver pack. That's over $60,000 in extra savings when you build with Domain Homes. Visit domainhomes.com.au now.
Go Harvey Norman. Up to 60% of Australian-made BTS mattresses. End-of-line stock clearance. All BTS stock must be sold. Once it's gone, it's gone. Get in quick to score a bargain. Up to 60% of BTS now at Harvey Norman.
What does that bloody beautiful mean? It's stepping up and shaving for someone you love. It's the joy, the fear, the solidarity, and every dollar we raise funds life-saving blood cancer support. That's bloody beautiful.
My own Mona Lisa? Good. Having the Mona Lisa to yourself? Great. Sharing a Kinder Bueno with her? That's bueno. Smooth milk chocolate, crispy wafer, creamy hazelnut filling. Elevate every moment with Kinder Bueno.
Without your memories, comfortably, it's trapped. Do whatever it takes.
Dog Tuesday.
You've never heard anything like this.
Katy Perry? With a bit of a twist?
I've not heard that voice before.
New Australian Idol. Next on 7.
Good evening, Max Gant with your local news update. Some residents in the Central Coast were woken by sirens this morning as officers chased down 3 teenagers accused of breaking and entering. The pursuit continued through several suburbs before eventually coming to a stop in the region where the vehicle crashed into a police car. The 15-year-old boy and 2 girls aged 14 have since been arrested and appeared before a children's court today. The Lord Mayor of Newcastle, Ross Kerridge, took to social media to announce his departure after returning to the position only a few weeks ago. The decision comes from his ongoing battle with cancer. And over 220 graduate nurses and 22 midwives will soon join hospitals across our region.
Sensitivity is when you feel that short, sharp pain. Sensitivine Repair and Protect has Nervamin. It forms strong reparative layer over sensitive teeth. Try Sensodyne. It works. Nobody does sensitivity like Sensodyne.
Streaming paradise. Paramount Plus.
What are you risking online? Always set up multi-factor authentication. Learn simple steps to protect yourself at actnowstaySecure.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
At Anderson's, transform your home with fresh design ideas, fresh colours, and fresh thinking. We're the experts in floors, windows, and more. Anderson's, the home of fresh ideas.
Electric, weak. Hybrid, weekend. Electric for short trips, hybrid for long ones. The Lexus NX plug-in hybrid.
You've never heard anything like this.
Katy Perry? With a bit of a twist?
Next.
I've not heard that voice before.
You've got to hear it to believe it. But nothing will prepare you for this.
Yes, I am actually Katy Perry.
New Australian Idol. Next on 7.
This program brought to you by Greater Bank. The next big thing in home loans is here.